Right, I'm just waiting for Asif, or Asif, as his name is commonly referred as. Where is the Asif? Where is he? Where is the Asif? I see it, and now it's all within my reach, and this possibility. I see it now, it's always been inside of me, and now I feel so free, and this possibility. And my camera's gonna out of focus, god damn it. What the hell's A-Safe? So please wake me up when I get there. It feels like I'm lost in a dream. I know in my heart that it's my time, and I already see the possibilities are never ending. I see it, and now it's all within my reach, and there's possibility. I see it now, it's always been inside of me, and now I feel so free, and there's possibility. Where is Asif? He's not here yet. Rift out of focus or Rift without glasses on? Probably Rift without glasses on, not gonna lie. Now, Endless Possibilities without the singer still sounds really good. I see it, and now it's all within my reach. I see it now, it's always been inside of me. I see it, and now it's all within my reach, and there's possibility. I see it now, it's always been inside of me, and now I feel so free, and there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. Right, you know what? A-Safe's not here, he's been a bit of a bumhole. So you know what, we're just gonna start it without him. And it is no one's fault but his own. He is not here. No, stop it. No, stop playing. A-Safe is late. And that is a problem, because I don't want him to be late. Right, with that being said, let's resume where we got to last time. What do you think about Smallville? Smallville's goated. Right, he's been a bit of a bumhole. Right, so we got to Peter and Miles.
Moving on to our two main characters, Peter Parker and Miles Morales, we have so much to discuss. A lot of their problems are intermixed with each other, so I figured it would fit better in one big section.
Big Mac
I will of
McGinnis.
course talk about each individually when appropriate, but sometimes the issues will extend to both of them. At the start of the game, we see that Peter has become a teacher at Miles' school and is teaching one of his classes. To no one's surprise, he eventually gets interrupted, which puts his job in jeopardy.
I need this job. If the principal comes back and sees I'm gone, I'm gonna get fired.
I know, but you gotta see this.
Did Peter never think to discuss his plan with Miles? Did Miles never ask how Peter plans to cover for himself when he needs to be Spider-Man? Peter has been Spider-Man for 10 years, and Miles has been for almost 2. So this absolutely...
It's a bit of a silly career choice, I must be honest. Like, I think it's a very, silly career choice for Peter to be a teacher, because it's so, like... It's very time... It consumes a lot of time, and you have to, like, be... Like, you're unavailable for a long period of time. So I will say it's a bit of a dumb career choice for Peter.
absolutely would cross their mind. One of the ways Peter is trying to account for this is by taking on jobs that don't have strict work hours, such as the Daily Bugle or working under Octavius Industries. And Peter definitely has had to miss class or miss assignments because he was Spider-Man in high school, so it's not like Peter is oblivious to the risk of being fired if he has to be Spider-Man during a job with strict work hours like being a school teacher. Now, this could have-
SK does have horrible and disingenuous takes on the Insomniac Spider-Man games. Well, I must be honest, I've agreed with basically everything he said so far. Like, this game doesn't have a very good story.
Work if Peter thought of any kind of plan to account for this. Before signing on to the position, he absolutely should have discussed plans with Miles for if Peter has to become Spider-Man, such as coming up with alibis. But judging by the dialogue, these two don't actually have a plan, never discussed a plan beforehand, and have accepted defeat.
Hey, you're just
Also, I'm just gonna be completely honest, I prefer Spider-Man Remastered and Miles Morales in terms of graphics. Like, I don't know what it is about the player models, like, if we go back and actually look at the player models, like, this just feels like a downgrade from those two games.
Miles for if Peter has to become-
Like, take a look at Peter and Miles, like, they just
Spider-Man.
don't- like, do you know what the player models remind me of? They remind me of the Friday the 13th video game, and that is not a good thing.
such as coming up with alibis.
Like, they just don't look good compared to their original
But
games.
judging by the dialogue, these two don't actually have a plan.
I don't
never
know what it
discussed the
is.
plan beforehand and have accepted defeat.
Hey, you're just cutting class. I abandoned students during a citywide emergency. Yeah, you're screwed.
There's an easy answer to this. Miles called me for help regarding a private issue. I went
Like, look at this. Like, look at Peter there. Hold on.
throughout the city. Something as simple
Like, it's like, I don't know what it is. Like, they just don't look good. Like, he looks like a fucking waxworks dummy.
as that would have worked.
Spider-Man 2 Act 3 was rushed. I mean, the entire game is shit from a story perspective, so it's like, I don't even think... Like, I know that people say that the third act of Spider-Man 3 is rushed. I would argue the entire game is rushed. Web of Shadows is way worse. I mean, the lesser of two evils is still evil.
They would have thought of this if they had a prior discussion on
Oh god, the fucking toothpaste suit.
inventing excuses for either of their absences, but the dialogue makes it seem like they don't know what to do. They act as if they're screwed if they don't discuss a plan to cover for Peter. What's even worse is that while they're swinging at the beginning, they do have a chance to at least talk about what Peter will say to save his job, and neither of them talk about this. It wouldn't have been hard to claim that a sand creature went after them, and Peter had to protect Miles from it. What's even worse is that Peter could literally make this excuse when he gets a call.
Principal Evans.
But like, it honestly is true though. Like, like they basically just accept defeat so quickly. It's like Peter has all of this time to think of a plan, which is something he should be good at doing, because like he was good at doing it in Spider-Man 1. Like, why is he suddenly shit at it in Spider-Man 2?
Of course! Principal
All students have evacuated their classrooms. Where are you? Mr. Parker!
I just... forgot... something in my car!
What was that?
Nothing! I'm just... it worked? I mean, I'm just running back right now!
Get back here and supervise your students, or else.
Peter is literally being attacked by sand creatures right now. He can literally act as if he's being chased by one right now and is trying to protect Miles. He can bring this up when explaining why he was gone. Peter never defends himself by saying he was attacked by sand creatures, which wouldn't even be a lie, that'd be a half-truth. Miles literally
It literally is true, yeah. Like fucking massive amount of sand creatures across the planet. Like, Peter has, like, such a massive amount of excuses right now.
Is Peter getting chewed out for this, and he doesn't step in and stand up for him. He could bring Genki and Haley to corroborate that Peter was trying to help him with something, and they got caught up with the sand creatures, yet all three of them just stand there and watch Peter get fired. This damages all of these characters, but this especially damages Miles, and Peter is made to be supremely stupid in order for him to lose his job, when any one of these characters could have saved it right here. This is not a great start for our two Spider-Men. Peter—
It's a good point as well. It's like, even, again, like, even Nicholas Hammond's Spider-Man is, like, Nicholas Hammond's Spider-Man is way more goated than Insomniac when it comes to Spider-Man 2. Like, at the very least, like basically every other Spider-Man is, like, goated at finding excuses to cover for themselves. Like, Insomniac Spider-Man is just so shit at it in this game. And it makes no sense, because he has, like, he's, like, older and more experienced than most of them. Like, it's really weird.
Reunites with Harry for the first time in years. He starts to learn more about—
Hey, dude. Yeah, like, Peter's just a complete dumbass in this game.
What Harry went through, and what Norman was planning for him once he was released. But this raises so many questions already about what Peter did after learning that Harry was sick, alongside Norman's various crimes and trying to cure Harry. For one, did Peter never try to reach out to Norman about what MJ learned about Harry? Given that MJ was seen breaking into Norman's home and did an Oscorp expose based on the video she downloaded, Norman's actions with Devil's Breath would have been fully documented.
So no consequences in the beginning of the story? Well, that's not the point. The point is that the consequences don't feel deserved. Because Peter's just a dumbass. Like, they basically just nerf his intelligence just so he can get fired. Which is fucking stupid. It's like, let's compare— okay, let me give you an example, right? Let's compare Peter being fired in Spider-Man 2 to Peter being fired in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, right? Like, like, at the very least in Spider-Man 2, Peter feels like he's trying to do the impossible. Like, he doesn't, like, I don't know, like, he's better at making an excuse, like, on the spot. Like, I don't know, like, it feels more believable than this shit. Or, like, when he gets fired from the Daily Bugle and, like, he actually tries defending himself. It's like, this doesn't matter. Like, this is so, like— It's literally just, oh, we need Peter to get fired. How do we get him fired? Okay, we nerf the shit out of his intelligence.
Reasonable for Norman to assume Peter would naturally be told about it.
Like, this is stuff that Peter in, like, the PS4 game, he could do, like, while swinging— he could do this while swinging around the city. Like, multitasking.
From her. Did Peter never think to question Norman about what he was—
And he's had, like—
basically
and he's
just lazy writing.
Yeah, it's like, they know, like, the sort of stuff of, like, coming up with excuses, like, this is the sort of thing he can do, like, mid-phone call while swinging around the city in the first game. And he's had all of this time to think of an excuse to, like, defend himself, and he just can't think of one.
About Harry, because if Norman was looking for a
But
cure
why
to
for
save
me? I
Harry,
would
you'd
just
think
cut out
Peter
this
would be
whole
interested in
stupid
helping him
fucking
find that
section
cure
to
and
begin
learning
with.
more about Harry's situation, especially since this would remove incentive for Norman to rely on more desperate and dangerous means if he has Peter's help. But this never comes up, and Peter seems surprised by everything he's seeing. Peter could at least offer to work under Norman to find a cure, not only to help save Harry's life, but also to keep tabs on Norman in case he works on any other unethical experiments, since the last one created Mr. Negative and Doc Ock in the Devil's Breath pandemic. He has all these talks with Lee and Otto about how Norman will face justice the right way, but he doesn't seem compelled to keep tabs on Norman when he could have. And if he works under Norman, this would also help his financial situation. None of this is ever addressed in the story, so it seems like Peter has just forgotten to do a follow-up on the information he learned in the first game. He doesn't even show a hint of suspicion for how the Emily May Foundation is run.
That's actually a really good point. He really doesn't, like, Peter doesn't seem to give a shit about Norman Osborn at all in this game. I've just noticed that. Yeah, that's a really good point. Which is weird, because, like, the guy created, like, the Insomniac version of COVID-19. Like, I'm fairly certain... And Peter is aware of the fact that the stuff Norman was doing would be, like, war crime. Like, it's like war crimes, like, that bad. I'm fairly certain Peter would, like... yeah, like, Peter just doesn't seem to care.
Desire to
Water under the bridge, I guess.
Sadder and sadder the more we're freaking going into
investigate
this.
since he knows Norman is running this place and is potentially running dangerous experiments in private, nor does he show discomfort for the fact that Norman has gotten off for his crimes pretty easily after the first game.
The project breaks every state and federal regulation on the books, but he doesn't care.
If the city finds out, he can kiss re-election goodbye.
Never mind re-election. He'd be tried in The Hague for war crimes.
All those casualties will be forgotten.
Another moment to forget.
Literally, yeah. Fucking Far From Home syndrome. All those casualties will be forgotten.
And character damage for Peter is the way he responds to Miles nearly letting people die in pursuit of revenge. Miles' decision makes sense since we can understand
I thought the symbiote arc was very rushed. Yes. The symbiote arc was very rushed. In my opinion, Peter should have got the symbiote, like, at the very start of the game. And they should have built it up from there.
his desire for revenge is hindering his decision-making, but Peter does-
Because from a gameplay perspective, I would argue it actually makes the game worse. Because it's like, I would argue that, like, most of the symbiote abilities are better than the spider arm abilities, for the most part. So it's like, for the first half of the game, you're basically just wasting time waiting for the symbiote, so you can get, like, the abilities that you actually like. I don't know, like, for me it actually hurts repeat playthroughs. Because it's like, I like using the symbiote abilities for the most part. Like, I prefer most of them to the spider arm abilities. But it's like, for the first half of the game... So, like, for the first half of the game, I just feel nerfed, because it's like, I want the symbiote powers, and I don't have them.
Yeah, from my perspective, they...
Some of the spider arm abilities are better than the symbiote abilities.
Rift, what's worse, this or No Way Home? No Way Home. Like, No Way Home is way worse than this. But, like, I would argue that, like, the only stories worse than this are No Way Home and Edge of Time. Like, those are the only two Spider-Man stories that I think are worse than this. If I'm being honest. Devil's Breath killed Aunt May, which makes the whole Peter doesn't care about Norman even worse. Good point. Gonna be honest, haven't played Spider-Man 2, I thought Peter got the symbiote at the start of the game. No, he gets it at, like, the 8 or 9 hour mark. Like, and he loses it at, like, the 15 hour mark. Like, no.
Like, he gets it at the halfway point of the game.
Yeah, well, I would, maybe, like, at the end of, like, the first third of the game, being generous.
Actually confront
Far From Home is worse.
No.
No Way Home and Spider-Man 2 are worse than Far From Home.
Miles on it when it nearly cost people their lives.
For me,
Miles heard Peter calling him for help when people were in danger, and he proceeded to look the other way, a mistake that Peter once made that cost him his uncle. If Miles had acted too late, someone could have died, yet Peter never brings this up to Miles in his conversation with him, when he absolutely should as his mentor.
I read MJ's front pager about some Karia.
Not while you were swinging, I hope.
Scolding mentor mode, downshifting.
It's his job to criticize him when he makes a serious mistake that puts lives in danger. Miles has broken the Spider-Man oath with what he did here.
I promise to do everything
I
in
don't
my
know.
power
That's
to
one of
protect
my
this city.
issues with that. Too.
I promise.
A moment where Peter reminds Miles of where his priorities should lie would fix this. It's crucial that he even mentions the fact that someone could have died today and that Miles recklessly chose the wrong priorities. Peter should be willing to confront anyone who makes a grave mistake like this.
That's a good point. True.
Yeah. I would say one of my issues there that Peter never confronted Miles on that. Like
It's like he was gonna let someone die.
But yeah, Miles kind of lectures Peter during the symbiote fight. Like, that's
Let's
so
all-
freaking...
It's all the more silly as well, because like I'm fairly certain Peter doesn't even lecture Wraith. Like he just lets Wraith get away. It's like she is by definition a serial killer. So it's like I think
I
it's
like to think at that point, how I like to say it during the Wraith fight is probably when Peter has the symbiote at the time. So and which kind of like messes up with his morality a bit, which is why he doesn't lecture Wraith or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of the
I'm
whole
fairly
thing
certain you
myself.
can do that mission before you get the symbiote.
I don't know. For me, I've always done it, and I always have the symbiote with me by the time I get to it.
Fair enough.
No, I got myself into this. I'm getting myself out.
What do you mean you got yourself into this?
MJ, did you know Lee would be here?
Not exactly.
What do you mean?
I thought something might happen, but not like this.
Why didn't you tell me? I thought we were partners.
If Miles goes around as Spider-Man putting civilians last and revenge first, then Miles will continue making the same mistakes unless Peter meaningfully confronts him on this. Letting Miles off for this is incredibly irresponsible as a mentor figure, and Peter should never be afraid to be stern towards Miles when the situation calls for it. This moment is brief, yet notable as a problem for Miles. Remember how Spider-Man is meant to keep a secret identity?
We really gotta do this with the mask on?
Setting aside how bizarre that is for Prowler of all people to say, why would Miles unmask himself in this public area for several minutes? Miles has enough experience to know how dangerous it is if his identity is known.
Kind of defeats the whole anonymous superhero thing.
Another moment involves Genki calling Miles when he's in the middle of dealing with a missing persons report, which presumably involves a hostage being held. During the situation, Genki gives Miles a call about Mr. Atlas when this is a bad time for Miles to respond.
Yo, Miles.
What's up, Genki? Can this wait?
Not really. I've got Mr. Atlas here. I told him how you were missing the fair for volunteer work, and he asked for a phone call with you. Is now a good time?
Thanks, Genki. But now is definitely not a good time.
Here he is, Mr. Atlas. I know you've got a flight to catch.
Given Genki's knowledge of Miles' work, I think it's very out of character for him to do this to Miles because this can screw over his progress in saving the hostage. But what's even worse for Miles is that he proceeds with the call anyway when he needs to be quiet and focus on saving the hostage. The hostage can die if they know he's here. Miles can easily blame this on poor reception if he needed to find an excuse for the delay, and Miles doesn't confront Genki on forcing him into this phone call while he's doing this important mission, when this could have cost the hostage their life. Later in the story, Miles risks his identity again by swinging outside his home in his street clothes. This is especially indefensible for Miles when he has the power to go invisible, yet he doesn't do this to avoid being seen using his powers in his street clothes.
Yeah, I'd agree.
There's another good point there because it feels like the game actually forgets Miles can turn invisible.
Well, yeah, which is weird because they showed it in the trailer.
It's even funny. Just like when they forget that Peter has his spider arms, they also seem to forget Miles' invisibility.
Yeah, it's like all of these examples are like way worse for Miles within the context that he can go invisible at any point.
Beats the whole anonymous superhero thing.
Miles gets instructed to warn Black Cat about the hunters and get her out of the city. Throughout his pursuit, Felicia uses a magic...
I'm fairly certain the only time he goes invisible in the story is like against Lizard during the chase. I can't think of another example.
Did he though? I don't remember him going invisible.
Yeah, it's when he saves Peter from getting when Peter and Miles do like the alley-oop technique, Miles falls in the river and he uses the invisibility to like protect himself from Connors. Rift, remember you? No, sorry. I've slept since then.
Want to use portals and causes reckless destruction in the city, to the point of sending the L train through a building.
Whoa! The hell? Felicia, that could have hurt people!
Yeah, and there could be people in the train right now on either end that are in danger because of this, whether it be in the subway or in the building, yet Miles doesn't alert Peter or MJ about this so Peter can get involved and help out, even though Peter said to call him if anything comes up.
Call me if anything comes up, and...
Well, something did come up. The hunters are chasing after Black Cat, and she's causing destruction in the city. The fact Miles doesn't tell Peter that a train got split by a portal and crashed into a building and just leaves everyone...
Well, this is a reoccurring problem with the game. It's like, they basically have to, like... They basically just have to forget that one of the two Spider-Men exists just to give the other one set pieces. Like, again, it's like, call me if something happens. Miles just doesn't call Peter. Just so we can get an interaction between Miles and Black Cat.
Behind like that is a big problem. He needs to know about this immediately, as this can have significant consequences.
Alicia, you have to stop. This is reckless, even for you.
This is another problem. MJ knows about this and isn't telling Peter about any of it. Both of them are acting out of character here.
Why didn't you tell me? I thought we were partners.
And it's not even just Black
Yeah, neither one of them tells Peter. It's ridiculous.
Cat that's causing destruction. The hunters are chasing her and rapidly firing bullets. Peter needs to know about this immediately. Black Cat then enters one of the hunter helicopters, then causes it to set on fire and crash land on its way down, which very easily could have...
I feel like SK forgot that Spider-Man is always reckless. He's not like Superman that saves people with ease. That excuse doesn't work within the context of the Insomniac games. Especially since, like, Peter himself literally said to Miles, yeah, if anything comes up, call me. And Miles just doesn't do that. And also, like, Miles would have learned from the events of his own game about the dangers of being reckless. Like, it was literally his recklessness that caused Rhino to get out at the start of his game.
Killed the hunters
and Spider-Man isn't always reckless either. Like, can we just, like, nip that in the bud real quick? Like, Spider-Man isn't always reckless. If anything, I'd argue that he's hardly ever reckless. Outside of the black suit.
Side, as
well,
as
every now and then he does make a stupid ass
if they were
mistake,
nearby.
but always
Miles
makes up
saw
for
this,
it.
and he's already getting a negative impression of her.
Why won't you help me stop this guy?
You've saved the city before. You'll do it again.
Spider-Man was right about you. You only care about yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, it would be most in character for Miles to take her wand from her immediately, since she just sent a train through a building and probably killed a bunch of hunters.
My girlfriend's in Paris, and I got her into trouble with some bad people. She needs me now.
MJ said not to trust you.
That's a smart one. But you gotta make your own choices, kid. Here. Focus. Think Eiffel Tower.
It's like, I think it's all the more stupid Miles does this, considering, like, she herself literally says, yeah, MJ's smart. It's like, okay, Miles, even she agrees that you should listen to her. Like, why aren't you doing it?
Because they need the plot to move forward.
Au revoir, Felicia.
Thank you.
It was at this point that I realized that Miles was completely assassinated as a character in this game. Black Cat is known for starting a gang war in the City That Never Sleeps DLC by lying to Peter about having a son in danger just so she can make money.
Oh, no, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, like, I'll be honest, like, this is... you shouldn't trust me, but trust me. Yeah, exactly.
Also, just say, Cat in this verse is a piece of shit. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Black Cat is not a likable character in this game, like, or in this universe rather. Like, it's all the more fascinating when like you know how you have like some people like Ultimate Joker where it's like they hate like of the four like love interests quote unquote where it's like you have MJ, Yuri, Felicia, and Silver Sable. It's like they hate MJ because, you know, she's actually intelligent and competent and shit. They hate Silver Sable because she can actually, you know, God forbid a trained mercenary can land a hit on Spider-Man every now and then. They're kind of indifferent towards
Out there, they
Yuri.
disrespect the queen.
They're kind of indifferent towards Yuri, and they actually shill for Black Cat. It's like, Black Cat is a bitch. She's evil. Like, she is, like, actually... I would argue that she's irredeemable. She's horrible. And her, like, slight redemption in Silver Lining is not enough.
I'll also just say, there was no evidence she had a girlfriend beyond the note that they had. It's like, they had no reason to believe her.
Yeah, and that could have easily been a lie. Like, she could have left, like, Forge or what have you. Realm of Shadows has a much worse Black Cat. How? What does she do? What does she do? Does she lie to Spider-Man over and over again? Does she literally cause a fucking gang war? Does she lie to Peter about him being a father?
I also just argue Black Cat and Web
she does. I mean, she does. She has a huge involvement in the mass symbiote invasion.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like she helps him with Kingpin, helps him deal with like the symbiotes. There's really nothing bad about Web of Shadow's back a wild card and possible. That's
Hey, Steve, you're breaking up.
Bringing me along.
Sorry, sweetie. But I needed help to pull off a job this big.
All you ever wanted was Hammerhead's drive.
The entire wealth of the Magia. In the palm of my hand.
You gave Hammerhead fake drives?
You think he's gonna be mad at me?
So, the kidnapping? Your son? That was all just a lie?
Lie is such an ugly word. I prefer misdirection. Both Hardy
Yeah, so it's like she even doubles down on it. Question, did Gwen Stacy die in the Insomniac verse? No. As far as we're aware, Gwen Stacy doesn't exist yet in the Insomniac verse. As far as we're aware.
What do you think about Gwen Stacy appearing in the Insomniac verse?
I mean, it would be cool, but like, I don't think she'd be a love interest or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dons by force. To do this, he's continued to appropriate the heavy arms Sable left when they pulled up stake. We've impounded as much of Sable's equipment as we can, but it may not be enough. It's an all-out gang war, and New York is caught in the middle.
You're telling me that Miles would immediately trust Felicia and let her leave all the way to Paris just because she claims to have a girlfriend in danger? Given that Felicia told a near-identical lie about her fake son, he should never look the other way when she is shown to be incredibly reckless. Even reckless for her based on MJ's remarks. She probably killed a bunch of hunters in that helicopter crash, but because of what could easily have been a lie, Miles lets her go to Paris when that's a perfect opportunity for a wanted thief to escape the US police?
Oh, that's stupid.
Even though the same character refused to look the other way for Finn when she asked him to, someone he considered
again,
family.
Is the only way.
Again, like, I can't be the only one thinking this, right? Hold on. So, look at Spider-Man 2 and just look at the graphic difference when we go from Spider-Man 2 to, Miles Morales. Like, the graphics, the leap in
Miles lets her
quality.
go to Paris when that's a perfect opportunity for a wanted thief to escape the US police?
Oh, that's stupid.
I also say better
Even though the same character
cinematography.
refused to
Like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, Spider-Man 2 looks like a downgrade, if anything, compared to Miles Morales and Spider-Man
look the
Remastered.
other way for Finn when she asked him to, someone he considered family.
This is the only way I can beat him. I need you to look the other way. Please.
I can't. I made a promise. Au revoir, Felicia.
Thank you.
Yeah, it just looks like a downgrade.
You don't get the first thing about being Spider-Man.
This is a complete assassination of Miles' character, and even if he were to believe Felicia on her girlfriend being in danger, he still wouldn't do what he did in the game. If this was actually true, wouldn't Miles take it upon himself and Peter to handle it?
Call me if anything comes up. And
Felicia doesn't have a code against killing. This is one of her big disagreements with Peter.
I can help you stop Hammerhead.
How? No killing, no breaking the law? Your way won't get it done.
So, I don't think either Spider-Man would be comfortable with her handling this on her own, not to mention the risk of failing to save her girlfriend. If she fails, and none of the Spider-Men are there to help her, then her girlfriend remains in danger anyway. What makes all of this worse is that Peter would eventually find out that Miles let Felicia go after everything she just did in the city, and didn't tell him about her girlfriend being in danger, and didn't warn him about all the damage being caused. Peter, of all people, should know the consequences of letting a dangerous criminal go, because that was his big mistake that got his uncle killed. And even if he also believes believed Felicia actually had a girlfriend in danger, he wouldn't let her handle it on her own, since he went out of his way to help Felicia when he believed that she actually had a son in danger. No matter what, Peter also takes damage as a character. Later on, Miles goes to Coney Island because Mysterio might be one of Kraven's goons.
As you look at these images, I want you to think about your future, your hopes, and your...
Also, I just assumed that they'd let her go because the Hunters planned to kill villains. If this mission happened after Lee, Miles' decision to let her go would make sense.
I mean, she may be safe from the Hunters, but the whole point being is you let someone go who you don't even know told you the truth.
Well, it's like, we even see it's possible for, like... we see it's possible for, like, supervillains and what have you to stay safe, even within New York. Because it's like, look at, like, Tombstone. It's like,
Or
yeah...
Sandman.
I mean, Sandman's a different case, because he's just way too overpowered. But it's like, even if you look at, like, quote-unquote street tiers, like Tombstone, it's like, he can just go underground. It's like, they established that it is possible for them to hide. And it's like, for a character like Black Cat, where she can, like... Where it's like, Black Cat can, like, evade the fucking Mafia and shit. It's like, yeah, I'm fairly certain she'd be
Prowler.
Yeah, she can avoid the Prowler, she can avoid Spider-Man. It's like, I'm fairly certain she'd be able to evade the Hunters.
Well, I was just saying, Prowlers are tired, and he's not targeted.
Dreams.
No, Prowler is targeted. He was.
Well, my point being is the fact that he's retired and not targeted by the Hunters says something.
Well, no, he is targeted by the Hunters.
No. What do you understand what I'm saying? He is retired, and the Hunters can't find him.
I mean, yeah, I guess. If anything, I think that's just plot-induced stupidity, because it's like, Tombstone's retired and they found him.
Well, it's just the point being is, regardless, either way, like, there are people who can hide from the Hunters.
Also, could we just ask for a second, why are two supervillains, reformed or otherwise, why are they working at Coney Island together? Like, why are Mysterio and Tombstone working at the same fucking place? Does anyone else find that a bit odd?
Raise eyebrows.
Yeah.
Plot convenience.
Oh, they're on the other side of Coney Island together, as if that's gonna make a fucking difference. What is that? What is this? That looks like my Roblox character. That doesn't look like a Spider-Man suit.
My illusion. Is this what I was thinking about?
So Mysterio can grab data based on your own thoughts, which leads Miles to eventually seeing an illusion of Martin Lee and fighting him. Why would Miles allow Mysterio to grab data from his own thoughts when this can result in his secret identity being compromised?
Kind of defeats the whole anonymous superhero thing.
After this, Miles decides to leave Coney Island.
That thing back there really messed my head up. Can we dip?
Hold on. Why was Miles at Coney Island to begin with?
You know how Mysterio just got out of prison? Well, he's opening a new attraction there.
He could be the Hunter's next target. Good call.
So Miles doesn't bother warning Mysterio about the Hunters, nor does he try getting him out of the city. Instead, he forgets the reason he came here to begin with, and possibly lets Mysterio die in doing so, because the Hunters do eventually show up, and he believes Mysterio may be one of the targets. He was literally...
Yeah, that's a good point as well, because it's like with Mysterio, he has no powers.
I mean, quite literally, he leaves right before they attack.
Yeah, it's like, Miles could very well have just got, like... He could have got Mysterio killed. Because Peter was focused on Tombstone.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you think about it, he basically is saying he's sorry later. I feel like Peter should have yelled at him.
Well, again, it's like, this is the point. This is what I'm saying. It's like, they have to remove one Spider-Man from the equation so we get time with the other. It's like, okay... It's like, okay, we need to spend time with Peter because this is when the Ferris wheel happens and we get the reveal that Harry has the symbiote. A lot of attention is with Peter, Harry, and MJ. So it's like, okay, how do we get Miles out of the equation? Okay, we'll just make him magically forget his duties as Spider-Man and make him forget the reason he came to Coney Island in the first place. It's like,
I'll also just say,
amazing.
You could have easily just had Miles with Haley's attraction. That's where him and Genki went. And then when the Hunters come, you could say that he's like helping along with Peter. You could have a section with Peter.
Well, yeah, like they could have had a section like Arkham Knight where it's like you just swap between Peter and Miles in gameplay like mid combo. Like, you know, in like Arkham Knight in like the theater where it's like you swap between Batman and Nightwing when you perform finishes. They could have had something like that, and it would have made total sense. Or if they went the
the NPC work.
Or if they wanted to go the extra mile, give you the choice. You can only save Tombstone or Mysterio. Which do you choose? And your actions could have repercussions on the rest of the story. They could have gone that route. Like,
that would be too clever for the writers, though.
oh yeah, sorry, I'm describing a better game. My bad.
Going to leave him to die.
You are.
So we're just supposed to let people die.
Miles is destroyed beyond belief already. Miles doesn't pick and choose when he's Spider-Man. He wouldn't take a break from being Spider-Man.
Unironically, Miles literally just said, yeah, I have a headache. Can I stop being a superhero? That's literally what just happened.
Even to save his own skin.
Go back to being Spider-Man when the heat dies down.
I don't get to pick and choose when I'm Spider-Man.
Can we dip?
I gotta stop Finn. And I'm not gonna let people die just to save my skin.
Can we dip?
The contrast is amazing. I can't let people die just to save myself. Can we dip? The contrast is beautiful.
And mind you, Miles was already injured and fatigued when he said that.
Yeah, he just got his shit rocked by Prowler.
Well, no, Finn also, right before that, you remember?
Yeah. Yeah, he has, like, broken ribs at the time because of, like, Finn beating the crap out of him.
Compared to a headache.
Yeah, it's like...
You don't realize I'm the only one trying to save you.
And I'm trying to save everyone else. But I can't be the person
Aside from Mysterio, obviously, like, Mysterio can go die for all Miles cares.
you want to turn me into. I can't turn my back when people need me. I have to be better than that.
Also, could we just point out something that makes this even worse? Miles is aware that Peter is at Coney Island, so from our perspective, he could have let Peter to die at the hands of the Hunters, if the Hunters showed up.
So
like,
wait, he'll save Felicia, but he won't save Peter?
Yeah.
A headache gets him out of it?
Yeah, he'll save the hot supervillain that he met once, but he won't save the mentor that literally made him a superhero. Okay, dude.
Can we dip? Just a guy who doesn't give up.
Can we dip?
Can we dip?
If it wasn't apparent...
You're just a guy who doesn't give up. A mild headache there. Ooh.
Already.
Pushing the boat into new territories there, lads. Miles doesn't even come back to help Peter. Well, this is the thing. It's the same thing with Lizard. It's like, okay, why does Miles quit? Why does Miles not help Peter? Oh, it's because angry Spider-Man said no. It's like, Miles, you should still help. Are you kidding me?
Still follow him.
He's like a fucking dinosaur. You should help him.
Also, you also think that he gave Peter a tracker. Wouldn't Genki also still have the tracker? Or at least a version of it?
Like Bankai and A-Safe, right? So, you know, we'll give an example, right? So, unknown species, right? Or species unknown, the game, right? Imagine if I said to you, okay, we're all in the ship, right? We've just started the mission. Imagine that we find out that it's like all 5 monsters at once, right? And I leave all my gear in the ship, and I'm like, no. I'll do this on my own. Are you gonna just sit there and let me, or are you gonna say, no, get your shit together?
No.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, it's so stupid, like... No, it's
Miles is a
mine.
completely different character in this game, not even halfway into the story, and he's receiving major
Yeah, all of this takes place before Peter gets the symbiote. Like, that's the worst part.
It's also worth noting that Peter didn't know Miles was here because Mysterio could be a target. Miles and Genki didn't warn Peter about this for some reason. What's even worse is that Peter should also be thinking of this. He has been Spider-Man for 10 years, yet it requires Genki and Miles to know the possibility that Mysterio is one of Kraven's targets.
Oh my god, it just gets worse and worse. Yeah, Peter didn't know. He had no idea. Look at this. This is Peter's brain right now.
Also, for anyone who makes the excuse that, oh, Mysterio wasn't a target after all, that still doesn't change the fact that he wasn't a possible target.
Well, it's like, it's stupid no matter which way you look at it. 'Cause it's like, okay, like, they should still be aware that Tombstone is a target.
Or at least watch him.
It's like, fair enough, like, Peter, like, kinda tries, but...
Peter considering this either. Did he at least alert
Well,
Mysterio
even
so
then,
he can
Peter
safely
should have,
leave the city?
like...
This same problem extends to Tombstone as well. Peter finds...
Miles is grieving about his father's death. Don't you know how traumatizing it is to find the guy who killed your relative?
Have you played the Miles Morales game?
Well, hold on. He didn't find the guy. He found an illusion. Like, there's a massive also, yeah, like, didn't you play the Miles Morales game? Like, he was doing, like, all of that shit a year before the events of this game, whilst grieving over his father's death. Like, are you kidding me? Not even that. Did you play the PS4 game? He was literally helping out during a citywide pandemic. I don't think that's a
Mr.
good
Negative
answer.
was around. Like, while Mr. Negative was out and about, do you think human Miles was going out and could, like, or just like hiding in the corner somewhere, or
I don't think that's a good reason. Yeah, like Miles was actually being useful.
Even as a human.
Also, Eric, what is the first thing that Miles does immediately after Jefferson Davis gets killed? He picks up a pipe and he tries killing one of the demons. He does that like instantaneously after like the City Hall bombing.
Out that Tombstone works here as a mechanic. Does he not think to warn Tombstone and get him out of the city as well? Does he not think to call Miles to do this? It's like they randomly stopped taking precautions after Black Cat was let off.
Raven's Goon Squad, huh? Which supervillain are you hunting this time? Mysterio? Tombstone?
Okay. So now Peter has acknowledged them, and he knows that the hunters are here. He should be calling Miles immediately, since Peter can't be in two places at once, and there are two targets here. This is of course setting aside the civilians he needs to protect. MJ should also be calling Miles if Peter isn't. This is not just irresponsible, but it neglects Peter's growth in the first game, where he learned to start accepting help instead of shouldering everything on his own, yet he forgets that lesson when lives are in danger. Oh yeah, and there's also a time where the hunters fire explosions and Spider-Man swings it right into the hunters so they fall off the ledge. Last I checked, explosions kill people in these games.
I don't understand. Spider-Man doesn't kill people.
Well, unless your name begins with M and ends in Miles Morales. Like, he gets people killed. Also, yeah, it is pretty stupid that Peter just yeets fireworks into their face. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but doesn't this fall into the argument of gameplay over canon?
Well,
yes.
It's like...
Because,
I mean,
here's the thing,
well,
this is a cutscene.
Well, here's the thing. All they needed to do to fix this scene was like have him throw the fireworks into their face and then just create like webbing under them so they don't fall to their death or like something like that. And like the scene would make sense. Because it's like, yeah, realistically, like a firework going off in your face wouldn't kill you. It would cause burns. For sure.
It would fuck you up, but it wouldn't kill you.
Especially since the hunters are like known for like having armor and shit. So it's like, yeah, throwing fireworks at them probably wouldn't kill them. But it's like, I think the stupid part about this scene is that he doesn't like, you know, in like the train scene in Spider-Man 2, where it's like Doc Ock throws a civilian, Peter grabs them, and then just immediately like creates a web like for them to land in whilst mid swinging. It's like, why can't Insomniac do something similar to that? It seems like the sort of thing he'd be good at doing. I mean, look at the crane in the first game.
Hey, I just saw what happened at Coney. What was that?
Did you also see the part where the
Miles has other stuff? He was on a path for revenge, cut the kid some slack. Well, it's like, even...
yeah, but Peter should have called that out a while ago, and even then, it would make more sense if Peter sent him home if he was acting like that, but he wasn't.
Well, it's like, as well, like, look at the part where Mr. Negative gets broken out. It's like Miles is like hellbent on revenge, and then he stops and like helps Peter save the civilians at the pier. So it's like, I don't even like, it feels as though Miles is like nerfed intelligence wise or like emotionally when the plot needs a moment alone with Peter.
Well, here's another thing. If Miles wants to find Mr. Negative, he has to find the hunters first, or figure out where their whereabouts are. It's like Miles would be hellbent on tracking the hunters to find Lee.
Thank you, Peter is his mentor and didn't do his job. Yeah, like, Peter didn't say, like, yeah, you almost got someone killed. Like, you need to chill out.
Showed up and probably escaped? What?
You're not yourself when you're hungry. Have a Kit Kat. You know, it's like, Peter should have 100% said something.
Snickers.
Have a Snickers, yeah, whatever.
Snickers. Now I'm hungry for a Snickers bar.
Whatever, I guess he gave up, as Spider-Man is known for doing when dangerous criminals are out there. Speaking of which, we're eventually introduced to the Wraith side mission.
Oh god, the Yuri section.
Where we learn that Yuri has become a vigilante who kills criminals. Now this isn't super relevant to the main story, but a big problem I have with it is that Peter lets Yuri go by the end of it, despite knowing that Yuri enjoys killing people and believes she needs to turn herself in.
Yuri.
I know what you're gonna say, but just hear me
yeah, just keep this in your head.
out. The system works most of the time, but there are times when it doesn't. And to me, that's unacceptable. Some people put their trust in fate, or karma, or whatever. But I can only trust me.
You can't kill people, Yuri.
Yeah.
Apparently I
Yeah,
can.
can you stop for a second, Riff?
You know what?
I'm just playing it in full context.
For what? I just
Because I wanted
dispensed
to-
justice.
I have something to say
True
about this, too.
justice. And I restored a little bit of balance to the world.
You're my friend, Yuri. I don't want to come after you.
I'm trying to save the most lives.
Yeah, it's like, so she literally just admitted that she's a serial killer. It's like, Peter should not let her go.
Even if she's going after Carnage and his cult, it's still not a good thing.
It's like, she is literally just Dennis Carradine, but a woman right now. Like, why would he let her go? Especially since she demonstrated, like, being a sadistic killer against Cletus Cassidy. Because she stabbed him in, like, the stomach rather than, like, the head. To prolong his suffering.
Yeah, to be fair, he seemed to be enjoying it.
But that's not the point, because Cletus Cassidy is obviously off his marbles, but like, if she wanted him dead, she could have just killed him right there.
I know, dude, it was a joke.
I know, but it's just one of those things where
like,
at the moment...
It's like, I think a good difference, but like, I think a good example is like, you know that one time in the comics where like Wonder Woman just like kills a villain and it leaves Batman and Superman shocked, and she's just like, yeah, you guys wonder why I don't have any villains, because when I deal with them, I deal with them. It's like,
yeah, when was that?
Fuck knows, but you guys probably know what I mean. But it's like, it's like, I think the reason why that works for her is because it's like, okay, she's a warrior Amazon princess. It's like, yeah, she was probably taught to kill from birth. It's like, okay, that makes sense. It's like her laws were literally different, so obviously she's going through like an adjustment phase. But it's like, what can you say for this? It's like, at the same time, Wonder Woman isn't sadistic. Like, if she kills you, she will kill you. Like, she won't, like, delay your suffering. She'll just kill you and move on to the next person.
Also, it's really hard to figure out when this takes place. On one hand, people say it's before the black suit, others say it's after, but I'm just saying, if it's during the black suit, wouldn't Peter be okay with Carnage dying?
I mean, if it's during the black suit, I think Peter would have just killed Yuri, like, if I'm honest. He would have just killed both of them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, the only time this side mission makes sense is if Peter's in the red suit.
Oh, it was from New 52. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yuri should be locked up for that haircut alone.
Do that pretty well.
I don't disagree.
Turn me in now.
Yeah, her old haircut was better.
I feel like it's way too try hard.
I'll let you know when I find him.
Just because she saved him when it suited her goals doesn't mean Peter would stop going after her. She is still going to kill people because she believes in it and takes pleasure in it. Are we led to believe that Peter lacks a moral backbone and won't turn people in when they have intent to murder people and have done so in the past? Peter is fine with letting someone who enjoys murdering people roam free? This is supremely out of character. Let's not forget that Peter has experience dealing with people who believe killing will bring justice, but only got innocent people hurt along the way. He has been Spider-Man for 10 years, so he wouldn't be naive enough to think this isn't possible with
This is literally Mr. Negative.
With Martin Lee when he wanted to be a good man. Yep. It happened with Otto when he kept convincing himself that he was serving justice. It happened with Finn when she became the Tinkerer.
Oh my god, yeah, that's even worse for Miles. Like, yeah, why would he let Black Cat go when he didn't let Finn go? Why would Peter let Yuri go when he didn't let Mr. Negative or Dr. Octavius go?
Well, it's just like, none of these villains are reformed outside of Mysterio and Tombstone. It's like Black Cat and Yuri are like in the gray area.
But it's like with Finn as well, it's like she isn't redeemed until like... I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
guess...
the issue with
It's like,
the
I guess...
issue I-
Well, it's like with Finn, I guess you
Right.
could say that she's like an anti-hero, I guess. But it's like...
Yeah. My issue with Finn is that freaking they make you so hard to try to get you to fucking sympathize with her, when in reality she is an irredeemable monster.
Because
Well,
Finn
no, she's a piece of shit.
Because
Like,
Finn
here's
and
the thing.
because Finn and Mr. Negative were terrorists. Yeah, literally. But it's like the same thing can be said for like
What's there to
Otto
do
as
it-
well.
Well, here's the
Yeah,
thing.
but the thing is,
a murderer and a terrorist are not exclusive to each other. Like for example, you could be a serial killer and you could be a terrorist but not a murderer.
Oh, it could also happen with Wraith if she acts on anger and
But it's like you
sadisticness
can do
instead of
both.
rational thoughts. Later in the story, MJ alerts Harry and Peter that she's at an abandoned zoo in Jersey. She was last heard with the Hunters, so they should expect her to be at their base of operations. After all, they received the call from Kurt's phone. Why didn't they call Miles for help when this could be their confrontation with Kraven? Not only do they need to save MJ and Connors...
Yeah, that's actually a good point. It's like, hey, we're going to the Hunters, the guys that like have been a thorn in our side for like the entire game. I'm gonna not alert the other Spider-Man. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, why? Like, why? Makes no sense. Also, I'm just gonna... I don't know what's been going on Xbox recently, but the amount of, like, random I might just delete the Xbox app, to be honest.
You have an Xbox app?
I had an Xbox app, yeah, and for some reason, like, people would just, like... For some reason, people are now just, like, spamming me with Minecraft invites. Like, I'm so confused. I'm just gonna, like, block that person again.
That's because you're setting up that window.
By the way, chat, if freaking Riff makes it to 50,000 subscribers, he'll do a Minecraft stream.
Oh, fuck.
Don't remind him. Seriously, don't.
I could not tell you how much Minecraft just bores the arse out of me.
What are you talking about? It's basically like Grounded, only with square blocks.
It's not. It's nothing like Grounded. I'm just gonna be completely honest.
Let's see, do you craft shit to survive? Do you go grind for resources?
It's like genre and nothing else. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with fucking...
Either way, I don't blame you. I would not play fucking Minecraft. I don't even get the hype behind that
Yeah,
game.
that might be a hot take, but it's like, I think that... Oh, that's been happening to people in chat. Maybe it's like AI or some shit. Maybe it's like bots. Either way, I'm just gonna uninstall the Xbox app, because I have literally no reason to fucking have it.
Did you have, like, Game Pass for a while?
When I was on Xbox, yeah, but like, that's about it.
Yeah, that's what I would assume why you would have the Xbox app.
Yeah, I'll just get rid of it real quick.
Yeah, but for anyone else, like, talking about this stuff, just put it like this. Spider-Man 2 basically dropped the ball. Like,
Yeah, for real.
everything good... Put it like this. Everything good that could have came out of the game is already there. The concepts, everything is there. The problem is they just scrambled the eggs.
But it's, like, it's so stupid. It's like, yeah, we're gonna go confront... Like, hey guys, we're gonna go visit the final boss. Let's just not bring, like, one of our top guns. It's like, hey, we're gonna go confront Darkseid. Let's just leave Superman at home. It's like, what?
But they also need to take on Kraven and his army. Peter wouldn't have gotten himself stabbed if he brought Miles to help him. While Spider-Man is in the black suit, the Hunters approach the EMF. Once the fight is over, he changes out of his black suit in front of helicopters on a street where multiple civilians are there to see.
Kind of defeats the whole...
Fuck's sakes, I didn't even notice that the first time I played. My god.
Anonymous.
It feels like the more you
Miles
go into this, the more you discover the freaking fundamentally broken Spider-Man 2 is.
Yeah, let me just get rid of the fucking symbiote, like, in full view of people. Amazing. The way they wrote Spider-Man 2 makes me not want to play it again. I kind of agree with that, not gonna lie. It's like, for some reason, like, I just don't want to replay Spider-Man 2. It's weird.
For me, my perspective is, well, Spider-Man 2 is basically like Borderlands 3, where the story is complete dog shit, but the gameplay is so much fun.
That's fair.
Eventually sees Peter in the black suit for the first time, and they work together to chase after the lizard. Miles notices that Peter is acting strange all of a sudden, from minor acts like Peter neglecting someone on the ground, to telling Miles that he's gonna take on the lizard alone, and that he has big teeth. Miles knows something is off.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
He's not normally.
See, again, it's so sad when you realize that, like, this was the first glimpse of Spider-Man 2. Like, we all thought the game was gonna be goated when we saw this shit, and
just by like this,
sadly,
everything it needed, it fell on its face.
Sadly, 'twas not to be. Like, I remember people saying, like, oh my god, if you pause the trailer at this specific timestamp, you can see his eyes change slightly to be more like Venom's. Insomniac are cooking with this fucking game. Like, I remember that shit, but it is what it is. Like, I think it was, like, this specific moment. Hold on, if I can...
He has big teeth. Miles knows something is off.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do
Yeah, look. It's like, people were like, oh my god, his eyes look like Venom. Like, I remember that shit.
But to be fair, it was cool when you first see it.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. It's like, it's really cool out of context, but now that we have the context, it's just, it's wasted.
Well, it's just like, well, it's just so bad to the extent that I just really wish they just not necessarily remove the entire script, but just tweak it, because it just feels like whoever wrote this just
it was
nighttime,
like... SK, people can't see in the dark. I think you're forgetting the giant-ass helicopter that was also shining a light on them. But let's go back and have a look.
While Spider-Man is in the black suit, the hunters approach the EMF. Once the fight is over, he changes...
Oh yeah, it's dark. People can't see. Never mind the fact that the Emily May Foundation is very light, and they're also within, like, the confines of a street light, by the looks of things.
Out of his black suit in front of helicopters on a street where
There is
multiple civilians are...
There is a street light right there. Eric, would you like to revise your argument? Would you like to try again?
There to see.
Kind of defeats the whole anonymous superhero thing.
Miles eventually sees...
Sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
He's not normally like that, right?
No. He's never like that.
If Miles knows
I've
this,
actually seen
why
this
doesn't
scene
he
played out
insist
with
on
the
helping him
Spider-Man
out?
3
Peter's not in his
Symbiote
right
team.
mind, and this will only make
It
him prone
actually
to
fits
making
pretty well.
mistakes, which he did earlier in the chase.
Time to go boom, boys! No! Spider-Man has got defenses!
Can we also just appreciate that Miles just sat there and let Peter get hit by missiles?
Like, you didn't pull him away, nothing.
Yeah.
Think Miles would be more concerned for Peter's safety after he almost died fighting Kraven. You'd think Miles would want to support Peter in general because of the time Peter needed Miles to save him from the Rhino in his solo game. This is an augmented version of the...
Well, here's the thing. Peter doesn't... Does Miles actually find out that Peter dies in the story? I don't think anyone tells Miles.
Well, no. The closest we've heard is during his first mission with the black suit. Miles gives him a call saying, "I heard you almost died. I wish I was there." And then Peter's like, "I'm fine." Wait, really? That's his reaction.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Lizard, who could kill Peter, especially if Peter is not in his right mind while fighting Lizard. But no, Miles lets Peter leave and recklessly fight the Lizard. It especially gets...
Yeah, exactly.
Worse when the fight gets brought towards the open city. So much destruction is being caused. Where is Miles? Why
Where's
hasn't he at
Miles?
least called
Where
Peter
is
about
Miles,
this to let
yeah.
him know that he's on his way? Not to mention the various hunters that are showing up. Is Genki not warning him about this either? Are there not constant reports
He's
on the
stuck on the
Spider-Man alert
toilet.
system?
There you go.
It's also worth noting that it's night when Peter leaves the sewer from the fight
got
with
a
the
headache.
Lizard. From afternoon to evening.
Yeah, he's got a headache, guys. Leave him alone. Yeah, Malik raises a good point. Yeah, Peter is never like that. Lets him go anyways. I know, right? Miles didn't call Peter out for his new costume. He's doing blackface. I know, right? Plot hole.
Miles didn't do anything about the Lizard.
Well, that's what I mean. The game's woke. There's 2 black Spider-Men. Yeah? That's how this
Despite the
works.
numerous
Synthetic Man was a
Well,
hero.
blackface.
We just couldn't see it.
amounts of destruction in the city. He didn't even reach out to Peter in case he needed backup. He basically saw him swing away and just ignored everything for the rest of the day. Now, I talked about the symbiote effect.
Yeah, it's so funny when you think about it. Yeah, Miles just sees like an out of control. Miles just sees like a very angry Peter swing away, and he's just like, "This isn't my problem." I missed the part where that's my problem.
Peter inconsistently due to its manipulation tactics being inconsistent.
Literally, yeah. Like, what else could you say to describe what Miles does? He's just like, alright, it's not my time to shine. I'll just despawn until the plot needs me.
That's an issue with the symbiote. I have a separate issue with how
That
Peter
sounds
chooses
really
to react
bad,
to it.
the more you
Now,
think about it.
Well, it is. It literally is what happens, though. He just Miles just disappears until the plot needs him.
To remember that Peter is being manipulated into agreeing with the symbiote because he is scared of losing his loved ones like he lost Aunt May, which is heavily implied when Miles and Lee go inside his mind to find the source of his pain.
We have to find the source of his pain.
This is showing us how the symbiote was able to manipulate Peter and which part of his desires it's playing on.
All I wanted was to save everyone. MJ, May.
So with this,
Well, again, doesn't this kind of just make that problem worse? Where it's like, okay, if Peter is like legit shitting himself at the prospect of losing people, wouldn't he want Miles with him so that he can protect Miles whilst dealing with Connors? Like, if he's like so insistent on like protecting everyone, all I wanted was to save everyone. Meanwhile, no, Miles, you will not help me with Lizard. I will not keep you under my watch. It's like, what?
in mind, it's really strange that Peter would ever say this when told to save Miles.
Peter, where's Miles? He didn't come home last
No
night.
one
He's
has.
not answering my call.
Like, I'm only convinced the reason Insomniac wrote this is either one, they were stressed, or two, they just
Can't anyone take care of
they
themselves?
fired
It
the
gets to the
previous
point where-
writers, or they just got dumb, like they got dumber.
Again, all I wanted was to save everyone. Grr, why can't people take care of themselves? It's always up to me. Those two lines of dialogue are like 10 minutes apart from each other.
His mom needs to grill him in order for him to focus on saving Miles, when that should be a top priority for him if the symbiote is playing on this element of his desires. As Peter tries to kill Kraven, this escalates to a confrontation between Miles and Peter. Peter's perspective is...
Again, Miles has better stuff like petty crimes, fires, and car chases. It's New York City after all. I'm fairly certain an out-of-control dinosaur, an out-of-control Spider-Man, and a terrorist organization that is hunting literally everyone takes priority over petty criminals. I think that's a cope. I'm sorry, like, are you kidding me? This would be like if the Avengers saw Thanos and they were like, no, I fancy dealing with Captain America instead. No, the Sokovia Accords take priority over the fate of the fucking universe.
Laid out clearly. He thinks that the suit is the solution to his problems, and that Miles just wants the suit for himself.
I need this suit. It makes me a better Spider-Man. You just want it for yourself. I'm finally everything everyone
Honest to God, I think TASM 2 had more crime variety than Spider-Man 2.
No,
It's been
I
fucking
fully disagree with that.
Couldn't tell you the last time I played that fucking game. No comment.
Fully disagree with that.
On the contrary, Miles tries to argue that this kind of power will only push them away, and that holding on to it could have killed MJ.
And what about MJ? You could have killed her. People in my life, they keep dying. I blame myself for that. They needed a hero, and if I thought some suit could save them, maybe I'd be in your shoes now. But this kind of power is the reason they're gone. Not you, not me.
Now ask yourself this.
Also, I'm gonna be completely honest, I think that boss fight is way too fucking easy.
Don't disagree.
Like, I think it's so silly, the idea of, okay, you're dealing with an amped Peter, meanwhile you can literally fucking juggle him with Miles's powers.
Why would this change Peter's mind on whether or not the suit is the solution to his problems? The standout for him is that the suit makes him more powerful and more effective in saving lives. The only direct counter Miles could give to this is that Peter almost killed MJ, but Peter was never there to experience that. He was asleep. Why would Peter take Miles at his word when he believes that he wants the suit for himself? Why would he believe the symbiote trying to kill MJ if he believes the symbiote is helping him prevent tragedies like Aunt May? Telling Peter that he's better than this and doesn't need a suit to fix his problems doesn't directly challenge the why.
How about on the harder difficulty? No, even on the harder difficulty, because it's like, as long as you don't take damage from Peter, like, you can still juggle him. Like, if you use the, Mega Venom Blast or whatever it's called, like, you just cut his health down in half, like, it's ridiculous.
On top of this, would Peter really believe that this kind of power is why people in
Miles can't be everywhere, he has spider powers, not Krypton powers. Right, and that's why he should be using his powers to take down the terrorist organization, that being the Hunters.
Can I also just say how bullshit that is? Just because, let me put this into perspective.
I'm just gonna give you a comparison, okay? Spider-Man 1, right? Was Peter dealing, like, in the third act of the game, was Peter dealing with common criminals, or was he dealing with Rhino and Electro? Like, when there was, like, massive army battles across the city. Like, was Peter dealing with common criminals, or was he dealing with Doc Ock and Mr. Negative?
Across the city each time.
Like, I think it's stupid, the idea that Miles would unironically prioritize common criminals over supervillains. It's like, what the fuck do you think we have the police for? Like, I know that Spider-Man 2, like, the police is, like, a much lesser presence, because obviously Peter isn't in contact with Yuri anymore, but the police still exist. Like, Peter and Miles don't do literally everything.
His life or his life keep dying? In Peter's
Not trolling you, Riff,
keeping
just
his
explaining their issues with the story. Right, but it's like, I think I have issues with your points, that's all.
One's alive is what allowed them to release Devil's Breath and kill Aunt May. Not to mention that if Miles had the black suit when his father was in danger, he probably could have saved his life at City Hall.
All these villains. You really thought the suit could solve it all.
So, what did Miles tell Peter that would make him reevaluate his perspective on this? In Peter's eyes, this kind of power would have saved Aunt May. At no point did wearing the symbiote make him lose anyone in his life. All it did was make his job as a hero much easier. It's what allowed him to beat up Kraven and save Miles in this very mission. So, why would he change over Miles telling him that he's better than this and that he will only lose more people by keeping the suit? Sweet-talking Peter shouldn't cause a radical shift in his perspective. An example of this being done effectively can be seen
I mean, he's not wrong. Like, yeah, like, the symbiote suit did make him a better Spider-Man. He beat Kraven. He saved Miles. He beat Lizard. I don't know, like...
Man, here's the thing. Unless the suit was actually causing him harm to some degree beyond changing his personality more aggressive, like if it was actually feeding off of him or making him do shit that he himself would never do, mind you, not just like make him an angsty teenager, then yeah, there would be an argument.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, Peter literally isn't present for the one thing it does wrong. Like, when it makes him go feral, because, like, he's asleep at the time. And the supporting characters do such a shit job at making him aware of that. It's like...
Or communicating it to him.
Yeah, it's like, from Peter's perspective, the symbiote is literally just making him better in every way. With no drawbacks. And yeah, to other characters, it probably doesn't look that way. But it's like, with pretty much every symbiote story that I can think of, like, just looking at recent adaptations, and not so recent adaptations, it's like, Peter himself usually breaks free from the symbiote after noticing it himself. Like, in the 90s show, when he almost kills Rhino and he's like, shit, what's wrong with me? And then, like, later on, when he literally does throw Scorpion off a clock tower, and he's like, what did I just do? A good example is Spider-Man 3, when he hits MJ. It's like, that shocks him, and he's like, okay, I don't know who I am anymore. Or Spectacular Spider-Man, when the symbiote is like, we don't need anyone, not even Aunt May. And Peter's like, what the fuck? Like
it snaps him out immediately.
Yeah, it's like, there's always something that Peter, he almost kills Shocker. Right, it's like, but in Spider-Man 2, it's like, he doesn't even notice. I feel like I said, like, a different supervillain. I meant Shocker. I think I said, like, Scorpion or some shit. Yeah, it's like, Peter himself notices, but it's like, in this game, it's like, other characters, like, have to let him know.
He never acknowledges it. Yeah, he never acknowledges it.
Yeah, it's like, from Peter's perspective, it's like, yeah, he's not wrong. Like, the symbiote is just making him better in every way. Which is stupid, because that's not how the symbiote acts, which we went over last stream. But, hey-ho.
In Spectacular Spider-Man, Peter is similarly motivated by wanting to help his loved ones, and the symbiote manipulates him by playing on that personal desire. Peter entertains that the loss of Uncle Ben was more so a product of a cold, unfair world, rather than a personal failing that he needs to take the full blame for. The symbiote draws him towards the idea of taking control, and not allowing a sense of responsibility to hold him back. Peter gets convinced that everything he has ever wanted can be his with the symbiote, if he lets loose and makes bold choices to his benefit, such as accepting the deal with Tombstone. And when Peter goes through a process of introspection, he doesn't get convinced through hollow statements telling him that he's better than this, and that this kind of power will make him lose everyone. He thinks to himself what Uncle Ben would say about this. He runs through each and every step of what it would mean to accept the symbiote in his life through the perspective of everything he knows about Ben, to see if there's a version of this where Ben would tell him that this is okay for him to do. But experiencing it all over again forces him to recognize that he can never truly escape accountability for his actions, and if he allows himself to reject it, then he will never become the man Ben wants him to become. And it only makes sense to him when he remembers that he isn't truly alone and that he has done good in the past. He doesn't need a better suit to achieve this. We're given a deeper exploration of Peter Parker's mindset in order to unpack his regression and how he fights his way out of it. Yet in this game, Miles never says anything nearly as substantial as what Peter thinks about in the show. He tells Peter something he would believe is a lie, and something that doesn't align with Peter's experience, yet this causes him to remove the symbiote all of a sudden. There's really nothing to unpack about why Peter would change and the thought process behind it. Peter eventually gets the suit off and he goes to Oscorp to destroy it. Not sure why his mask is off when he...
Well, yeah, it's like he raises a good point. It's like, the only, auto-clicks makes a good point. It's like, the only thing in the game that would indicate that Peter is out of character is when he throws the hunter, like, at the party. But, like, nothing happens. It's like he just instantly moves on. It's like, it's as if that never happened. Like, it is what it's so weird.
You could just say everything in this game feels so undercooked. Like, every concept they have is great on paper, but terrible in execution.
But it's like, they just don't get... Well, it's like, that's why, like, that's why, I really like the way that I would fix the fight, where it's like, okay, make Peter think that Miles is dead and have him kill Kraven. And then he sees that Miles is actually alive, and that is what shocks him and snaps him out of it. It's like, because what else does he do, like, realistically? It's like, yeah, from Peter's perspective, he is just like, yeah, he's no worse with the symbiote. Because the only horrible thing he does is when he's asleep.
Plan to meet Dr. Connors there, and any security guards could potentially see him.
Kind of defeats the whole anonymous superhero thing.
After Venom knocks out Spider-Man for a whole night, he tries to track him down. Now, for some reason, Peter and Miles don't think to alert the entire city about Venom and his army's weaknesses. In fact, the only plan they discuss to exploit their weaknesses is to recreate the sonic elements of the bell to attack Venom and his army.
I've got an idea. When you were under the influence, certain sounds made you weak.
That bell. But we can't just carry it around.
No, but I have this mixing app on my phone. I can recreate the bell sonic elements. Then we can use it against Harry and his army.
That's genius. Glad you decided to study music tech.
Except they should also be
I'm just gonna say that
about this by telling the police and use...
I'm just gonna say as well, the way that they create the sonic grenades is bullshit. I'm sorry. Like,
I'm also thinking they should have made the sonic grenades like something that wasn't as effective against symbiotes.
Like, unironically, their plan against Venom is to use iTunes. Like, unironically. Like, are you kidding me? It's like, I have an app on my Apple smartphone that we can use to recreate the sonic frequencies to use against Venom. It's like, what?
I'm actually surprised that Miles doesn't say, brought to you by Sony, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, on my Sony laptop, I can use an app to defeat the supervillain. It's like, Peter using a baseball bat against fucking gym lockers in Spectacular Spider-Man looks like a master plan by comparison to this shit.
Using the Spider-Man app to alert people, Spider-Man also has a social media account that he can use to tell the public about Venom's weaknesses. Sirens, bells, and alarms are capable of weakening the symbiotes. Now imagine if the police knew of this. MJ gets a call from Peter during this alien invasion.
That's actually a really good point as well when you think about it. Spider-Man has like a Twitter account with like 15 million followers, and they have the Spider-Man app. It's like, they should be making people aware of this. And they just don't. Like, what?
You are giving them way too much credit, Rift.
I heard someone say in the first game Insomniac did their homework for the villains, but for Spider-Man 2 it's only surface level in terms of villain writing. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's like, even Sinister Six members, right? Like, ones that don't get much screen time, it's like, they still act like how they would. They should have played Beat It by Michael Jackson to beat Venom and the Symbiotes. God damn it. Yeah, yeah, they should have played Staying Alive when Harry died.
And not only just...
It'd be so out of place.
God fucking damn it.
Just like Harry succumbs to his illness and fucking Miles' phone goes off. It's just staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. It's like...
God fucking...
Oh, god damn it.
Peter talk in such a casual and leisurely manner, but he explains the situation...
Yeah, it's like Miles has a music degree, he just beats his villains with the power of music. It's like Hi-Fi Rush, but like, unironic.
Like, he's a 2-year-old trying to explain a movie.
In fact, I think I got a promotion.
Hey, that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, I thought it was.
The story is getting worse and worse by the minute. Yeah, it's like we're not even in Act 3, are we? Or is this Act 3 now? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Like Venom's here and shit. Oh, God.
That's great. Hey, listen. Something's gone wrong with Harry.
What happened?
Well,
Hang on, someone's at the door.
it's kind of hard to explain. Just promise me you'll stay away from him, okay? MJ?
What kind
Fantastic explanation, Mr. Superhero.
of warning is this? What's so hard about saying, MJ, Harry has the symbiote, you are potentially in danger, stay away from him and secure yourself? Even the MCU version knows how to control a conversation to get something important out.
MJ, look, I know you have a lot of questions, but look, we really have to get out of here, okay?
Not only is the way
In Far From Home specifically, in No Way Home he's a dumbass.
Peter is speaking lacking in urgency, but why is he calling MJ now instead of the moment he woke up and saw that Venom escaped?
You can't just...
But it's like, didn't he like warn Tombstone about the Hunters? Like,
yes.
Why does he warn Tombstone, but he forgets to warn his love interest?
Ignore that she's in danger.
It's like, we're making Peter act like a moron so we can have the Scream boss fight.
He waited a ridiculous amount of time before warning MJ so she can prepare for this. Putting off a warning like this is incredibly irresponsible.
What's important is not standing by and allowing someone to...
Do you know what this plot reminds me of? I feel like with this plot, they had like certain set pieces they wanted to happen, but they didn't think it through as to how to get to them. So it's like, okay, so it's like, okay, we want a boss fight between Peter and MJ, where it's like she wears a symbiote. How do we get this to happen? I know, we'll make Peter not make MJ aware of Harry when he has like all the time in the world to do so. Like he has like several hours in-game, or like several in-game hours rather, and he just forgets to do it. Like, we're gonna make Peter put up such a pathetic fight against Venom that MJ gets venomized, and then Venom is just gonna leave the scene so that they can have a fight. Like, every single character is just out of character just so we can have this cool thing happen.
It's like they have A and B set up, but the route to get there is bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we want Black Suit Peter to fight Miles. How are we gonna do this? I know, we're gonna make Miles instantly regain all of his energy, even though he's fucked immediately prior to the Kraven fight, so that Miles can fight Peter. It's like, oh, wow. Amazing. It's like, what?
Suffer or die because you do nothing. If you don't get that, then you don't get the first thing about being Spider-Man.
Peter eventually fights MJ as Scream, and once she is defeated, he takes off his mask when we just saw that.
Why are you taking off your mask, you sticky twat?
In front of them. Why is he taking off his mask in public?
Kind of defeats the whole anonymous superhero thing.
Peter sees an
He's in fucking daylight.
Explosion go off, and instead
You
of
know what
checking
I
the
see
area,
what is that?
Like at the beginning of the fight where
to make sure no one was harmed.
you remember the part where Peter was literally thrown out of the fucking house and fucking it was like he did not have his mask on and a fucking car fucking zoomed right past him, fucking crashing on the side of the fucking like one of the driveways, and I just think to myself,
I mean,
that driver is, and he's like, "Oh my god, is that Peter Parker?"
I mean, at the very least, like, he put his mask on quick sticks, but like, why is he taking it off?
He's just standing there.
He also kisses MJ with his mask off, which means this renowned reporter could...
There is a fucking window right there.
...possibly be seen as a loved one of Spider-Man's. Peter and Miles meet again in their new
Peter
suits.
Parker is Spider-Man.
Oh wow, MJ is like a fraud, because like, she basically cheats to write all her stories. Wow.
I'd call it character assassination for Miles to have terrible taste in Spider-Man suits, but I'm more bent on the fact that during an alien invasion, he stopped helping just to make a new suit. Why is that?
It's time for a Miles Morales original, you know?
You mean like the black and red suit that he made to distinguish himself from the red and blue Spider-Man? Now in the middle of this alien...
Yeah, the fucking alien invasion, Miles is like, nah, I need to do some sewing. I need to make a new suit.
Of course.
Also, that suit is fucking dog shit. Like...
No one likes that
We've
suit.
already established that, Riff.
Like, this suit, like, what was he thinking? He must have been smoking the Bob Marley tree to make that shit.
I fucking despise this suit so much. It is the worst suit I think I've ever seen in a Spider-Man game.
Might be a hot take. I think Miles's first ever suit, which is literally just a winter coat and a Spider-Man mask, I think that's better than this.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
The one that he uses it against Rhino at like the start of the Miles Morales game, where it's literally just a coat and a mask. Like, I think that's better than this. He already made his own suit. Yeah, he literally made the black and red suit. Like, are you kidding me? They just forgot the Miles Morales game. It's like, oh yeah, Peter made him the black and red suit. That totally happened. Yeah, makes sense. What the fuck is that? Just...
Who are you?
Just why? Just why? No.
Can we please keep moving, please?
At the very least, if you were gonna give Miles a new suit to be like, oh wow, Peter has the symbiote, like Miles is getting something else, give him fucking armor. Give him something. Don't give him this.
Invasion, Peter tells Miles how he might have to kill Harry to take down Venom, and he starts crying because he realizes that he might have to live through the experience of losing May again. And this is something I think would be more understandable for a younger Spider-Man like Miles, but I can't help but remember how in the first game, Peter knew that May could die at any moment, and this motivated him to fight harder, and he didn't break down crying with the need to be lifted up to take action. MJ gave Peter an idea for an alternate plan, but she didn't need to make him mentally strong enough to keep going. The reason for this is because...
Yeah, it's literally the fucking toothpaste suit, yeah.
This is a more seasoned Spider-Man, so I'd expect him to act as such, but this moment feels like something you'd see from a much younger Spider-Man, which is why it's so weird to see Miles be the one that has to lift up Peter in this moment, when an alien...
Yeah, we've got the fucking cum suit and the toothpaste suit. Like...
Invasion is happening, and they need to act immediately. Another moment of character assassination for Miles is when he decides to ask out Haley on a date during a symbiote invasion where people are dying, and Peter is stressed about his best friend going crazy and possibly having to kill him.
Dumber thinking through this.
Why are you...
Like you so much.
Hey, the world's ended. Do you want to go on a date with me?
This reminds, like, you know in Pirates of the Caribbean 3, where it's like Will and Elizabeth get married whilst like they're literally like in a pirate ship duel with like Davy Jones and shit. That's what this reminds me of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Barbosa's just like, I'm a little busy at the moment.
Yeah, and somehow they're able to snog like in the middle of a war zone without getting killed. Like, I call that bullshit. But it is what it is. Although Barbosa was badass, like he was stood like on top of some, I don't know what he was stood on, but like He was just
He's
like
just getting shit done.
he just like he just kicked someone's head in with like his wooden leg. He's just like, oh, not his wooden legs. He didn't lose his leg until after the third film, but like he's like Barbossa was just aura farming. Meanwhile, those two had plot armor. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Think you like me? Do you want to go out? Hey,
Also, can we just appreciate this suit is like objectively worse because you can see his hair. Like,
don't remind us.
Like, at the very least, the previous suit was like actually practical because it covered his entire body.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Date?
I'm sorry, but when you make
Apocalypse is happening.
I'm sorry,
right now.
but I'm sorry, but when you make The Last of Us Part 2 look good, you know there's a problem.
No, that's going a bit too far. That's going too far, Riff. That's going way too far.
There is
way too fucking far.
I'm sorry. This is worse than The Last of Us Part 2.
No, it is not.
It is.
No, it is not.
It is.
No.
You're lying to yourselves. It is.
No, it is not.
It is.
It is
no,
not.
it is not.
Not bad. I haven't played both games.
I'm sorry. This is worse. Like this specific moment.
It is not.
It is worse.
Chat. Do you think Riff went too far? Because I swear to freaking God, if you say he didn't.
He went way too fucking far.
What's worse, two people dating in a zombie apocalypse, or a literal feckin' superhero stopping what he's doing to ask a girl out on a date during an alien invasion? One of those things is not like the other.
We're talking about overall.
No, I'm talking about those. I'm talking about the context of Abby dating whoever she dates, or Ellie, or whatever she's called.
You said it generalistic. That's the problem.
I was talking about the relationship side of things.
All right, then say that.
That's what I was referring to. The fucking,
say that.
I was referring to this scene. Like,
wait,
but
Abby,
the way you
said
it.
Is that a yes?
You mean Ellie?
I don't know what the fuck she's called. Ben. Let's call her Ben.
I'm losing my marbles already. That's how bad it is.
I got a fucking headache freaking listening to this.
Well, it's a date then. After all this is over.
I'm glad somebody has time to enjoy themselves when there's so much at stake.
Taking a minute to ask someone out on a date during an alien invasion is incredibly irresponsible.
You're saying the lives of a billion strangers are more important than my loved ones?
Oh my fucking god. Oh god.
My head is fucking throbbing from all this.
Are you saying the lives of a billion strangers matters more than my potential date that I'm not even guaranteed to have? Amazing.
Yes. Imagine if Tony Stark randomly decided to fly to Pepper and ask her out on a date in the middle of Loki's invasion.
Many.
Yeah. That would obviously be really stupid for him to do. I just can't believe what this game has done to Miles as a character.
I'm gonna be halfway through this.
While the government sits on its hands,
We are.
My loyal listeners have taken to the forums, looking for any signs of weakness these creatures show.
So, the city still doesn't know about the weaknesses of the symbiotes when Peter and Miles could spread this easily.
That moment when J. Jonah Jameson is unironically smarter than Peter and Miles.
Why have they still not spread this crucial information to the city? The Spider-Man initiate a plan where MJ gets sent to London.
Well, yeah, like, J. Jonah Jameson has the intelligence to, like, look on fucking Reddit or what have you to try find symbiote weaknesses. Meanwhile, you have Peter and Miles who know the weakness of the symbiotes and just refuse to share it with people.
Or just don't bother to.
While Miles stays
Peter has, like, 15 million followers. Like, and he just doesn't say anything. Is J. Jonah Jameson ever character assassinated? Never. He is immune to character assassination.
Because he has no character to begin with.
He's like Dr. Eggman. Like, he is goaded no matter what. Like, it's difficult to fuck him up.
It's Venom. I don't think either of them should be okay with MJ being sent alone on this. Miles should be following her, because she can be one-shotted by anyone that spots her. This cave is filled with symbiotes guarding this place. The moment she grabs it, so many would be alerted of her presence. The game ends with Miles unmasking himself in a public area.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, hold on, Miles. Wait your turn. I think, yeah, it's stupid that MJ can just go into that fucking symbiote cave.
Yeah, it's bullshit. If anything, it should be Miles.
Well, it's like the symbiotes can overwhelm, like, Peter and Miles. It's like, I find it bullshit that MJ can do that.
Even with her bullshit fucking laser fucking sound gun.
Well, it's like, she shouldn't be fast enough to use it, realistically.
Well, it's like the only way I would buy it is if the whole nest was like vacated.
Well, it's like,
But it's like no way that's the
well, it's
case.
like if you were to go against a xenomorph, it's like, I don't care if you have like an RPG or what have you, like, it's gonna kill you before you can get a shot off.
And these symbiotes should be stronger than xenomorphs, considering they can even overwhelm Peter and
While telling
Miles.
Peter he can handle the entire city. Well, you know the drill.
Kind of defeats the whole anonymous superhero thing.
We've covered a lot of ground.
Like, what is this? Why? They're not even in the garage.
For Peter and Miles by this point, and it's fairly evident that they've been thoroughly...
Okay, what if Norman was to pull up?
Assassinated, but I want to discuss their character arcs as a whole. Miles' story is about letting go of hate and revenge, while regaining his faith in his loved ones. While Miles is poisoned by Scorpion's poison, he gets these visions of his family rejecting him, and we get more of these throughout his encounter with Mr. Negative.
What are you doing to me?
Peter has more followers than the population of New York! That's such a good point. Yeah, like, doesn't New York have like 10 million or some shit? That's amazing. I completely forgot about that. Good point.
I see a boy, terrified of being alone, of failing his family.
They keep insisting that he's a failure as a hero as well as to them, and I don't think this works as a part of his character arc because nothing was done to develop Miles' insecurities.
Well, I mean, unironically, Mr. Negative's not wrong. Like, yeah, Miles is a failure as a superhero in this game. Like, he ditches, like, Mysterio, potentially gets him killed. Like, he like, pieces out and lets Peter potentially die at the hands of not only Lizard, but also the Hunters.
He has a headache.
Yeah, he has a headache. Peter has 50 million followers. I'm fairly certain he has 15 million followers, not 50. But
Hey, at least we can appreciate the fact we're still here even though we got freaking headaches.
Resolution feel
speak for yourself, I'm losing my voice.
Hollow, which we'll get more into later. Miles has never been rejected by his friends or
We're gonna play Species Unknown later, and whenever I get jump scared, my voice will just crack.
Until you hear
as
me
they all know
scream,
he's Spider-Man
which has
and
yet
have
to be
only ever
recorded.
supported him. There's never any friction in his relationships to justify feeling this insecure. This genuinely comes out of nowhere and becomes a driving force behind Miles' internal conflict, which gets resolved because Miles decides, no, I'm not giving up. What's that even say about how to overcome self-doubt? Simply showing Miles rejecting it doesn't tell us anything meaningful. And if such a major insecurity like this
I mean,
can just come
he's
out of
basically just doing a Ray Palpatine right now. Just like, no, fuck it. I'm just gonna be goaded. Like... like... basically. What else is there? What do you think of SK's review so far? There's been very little that I've disagreed with, to be honest.
Where I have to ask, why is the resolution meaningful? Why does the payoff where he rejects his insecurities even matter if they can just spawn out of nowhere without any development? There's no reason to believe he won't have the same concern again in the next game, as opposed to believing in his ability to overcome this insecurity. What makes this even worse is that Miles had already gone through self-doubt issues in his own game.
Use Finn. Tell her you want to join the underground.
You just told me don't take off the mask.
Don't tell her you're Spider-Man. Go to her as a friend.
If I told her the truth...
I told your dad the truth. Thought he had my back. Hoped he would. And my brother know. Instead, he cut me out. If I kept my mouth shut, maybe I'd still have a family. You know what you have to do.
He chose to listen to his uncle's advice, which motivated him to manipulate Finn instead of telling her the truth to try getting through to her. Aaron is presented as a bad influence who feeds Miles his paranoid view of the world, giving him reason to be scared of rejection from his friends and family. Aaron speaks from experience, and Miles knows that Aaron has been distant from his family for a long time, but in spite of that, Miles overcame that once he came clean to his mom.
Why didn't you tell me about any of this?
Again, this game just looks so much better than Spider-Man 2. Like, I don't know.
I mean, Miles, to me, personally, Miles
we
looks a lot better in, like, sort of design-wise compared to
Yeah.
the Spider-Man 2 one.
Like, Miles looks better, Rio looks better. Even Peter looks better.
Looks better.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like Might be a hot take, but I've always liked how Peter looks in Spider-Man Remastered.
How to keep yourself safe?
I didn't want you to worry. And the other Spider-Man's gone. I just keep making things worse and worse. Now I screwed up things with you.
Miles. There is nothing you could ever do or ever be that would make me stop loving you. Nada. You give me strength, Miles. That's all a hero really is. Someone who's brave for the people they love.
Just a guy who doesn't give up.
You remind me more of your father every day.
Miles would never believe his mom would reject him after that experience. This only strengthened her belief in Miles and his worthiness of being Spider-Man by living up to the hero his father was and never giving up. This also strengthened Miles' belief in himself in spite of each and every mistake.
Having believable character development, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Literally.
Mistake he's making, yet in Spider-Man 2, he doesn't make any major mistakes that would make people reject him. Their loyalty, nor their honesty to Miles is ever put into question. Where is this coming from that Miles is so scared of being rejected by the people he loves?
Fine.
As for Miles' hatred for Mr. Negative, his character arc goes back and forth in this game. First, he's willing to let him die, but then he immediately realizes this is wrong. If he can't even let Mr. Negative die, I'm never going to believe he would murder him. So his arc is built on a weak foundation, something that we can't reasonably believe Miles would commit to. His obsession with Lee doesn't lead me to believe this could result in him actually executing him. For a chunk of the game, he gets sidelined after Peter gets the black suit, and only confronts Lee again later in the game, where he has the chance to kill Lee, but he doesn't even try to. We already know he wasn't willing to let Martin Lee die, so why is this a significant payoff? Miles didn't need to meaningfully change to achieve this payoff, he just had to remain who he was earlier. His I forgive you but not really moment doesn't carry much weight, because he didn't need to put much effort into changing himself to let go of his hate. He just needed to be the same guy he was earlier in the game, the guy who was unwilling to let Martin Lee die, work with him to save his mentor, and hear Lee say he's sorry. This is barely an arc, this is a combination of ideas that aren't given the time to properly develop. All of this eventually builds to the end of Peter's arc, where he chooses to trust Miles with the mantle of Spider-Man while he takes a break. The lesson Peter is meant to learn is about balance. The problem is that the only meaningful action he takes to show that he has achieved balance is to take a break and trust Miles with the responsibility of being New York's only Spider-Man. The problem is, we got this in Miles' game. Peter is okay with this because he has learned to start trusting his allies in his first game, and has learned not to bear the weight of the world alone.
It's like, well, also, it's like, Peter learns balance by literally, like, giving up being Spider-Man. Even if it's temporarily, it's like, how is that balance? It's like, the only thing that you have to go off is, like, Aunt May, where she was like, oh, every year I wanted to do a new thing, but when I tried adding too much, I fell apart. It's like, what is Peter, like, adding? Like, being Spider-Man, having a job, having a relationship. It's like he basically did all of this shit in the first game. And yeah, it was hard for him, but it's like, at no point did he need to quit being Spider-Man. I just don't get where this came from.
I can't take this.
You can, and you will.
I'll pay you back. Soon.
Just ask for help next time. Oh, you are so much like Ben. You have to learn to swallow that Parker pride and accept that you're human, like the rest of us.
So if Peter needs to take a break, he knows to do this.
Hey Miles, MJ's flying into JFK next Tuesday. You mind covering patrol for me?
No problem.
Thanks for covering Manhattan while I'm in DIY mode.
Hey, my pleasure. What's the point of having two Spider-Men if they don't coordinate work schedules?
I heard that.
Another aspect about why this doesn't work is that nothing was shown in the game that shows Peter's lack of understanding.
Yeah, it's actually a really good point.
Anything,
it's like the fucking character arc in this game was literally just established in Miles Morales. Like, they're basically just retreading the same ground.
That he can take a break if he needs to.
Gonna miss these chases when I'm in Emily May. The adrenaline, going through the city like it's an obstacle course, never gets old. Getting to do real science, though, for actual money. Oh my god, I finally did it. I have a stable career. Okay, cool it, Parker. Daydream about those fat science stacks later.
So, what's the big payoff for? Why is Peter making such a big deal about telling Miles? What is the big achievement for his character here? If this is meant to imply that this decision is so major for Peter because he will actually quit being Spider-Man for some time altogether, then I've got even bigger issues here. First of all, this is the opposite of balance. Miles is still a kid learning to be an adult, and his mom informed Peter that Miles focuses too much on being Spider-Man.
All Miles talks about is how to be a better Spider-Man, how to help you.
So, how exactly is it balanced to drop all of this responsibility onto a kid who focuses too much on being Spider-Man?
Why would the city need me when it has you? I got this. All of it.
How is that a resolution to Miles focusing too much on being Spider-Man? Are we led to believe that if something like Sandman happened again, Peter would simply stay back and let Miles deal with it? Because if the break is more significant than I thought it was earlier, to explain why Peter was struggling to break it down to Miles as if it was such a big deal, then this is deeply out of character. Oh, and just a side note, he knows that Cletus is out there with the Carnage symbiote, so Carnage could pop up at any time. At this stage, Peter would never actively choose not to—
Yeah, and it's like Peter still has anti-venom. It's like from his perspective, he is like the most useful of— he's more useful than Miles at dealing with Carnage.
Well, I was just about to say, like, statistically speaking, Peter is above Miles now. So it's like, if anything, he is more qualified, not only in power, but in skill too, and experience and intelligence.
Well, yeah, it's like, by all intents and purposes, Peter is like better than Miles. It's like, but he's just
because
retiring.
Of anti-venom, yeah. Like,
but it's
every
like, yeah,
advantage Miles
it's
had
like,
over Peter is now null and void with anti-venom.
But it's like, even if you still believe that Miles was like stronger than Peter, it's like Miles is not better at dealing with symbiotes than Peter. And we know that at least one symbiote is still in New York somewhere, in the possession of like a cult leader.
Well, it's just like, from my perspective, it's like Miles becomes almost irrelevant when he has no advantage over Peter now.
Well, it's like, I don't think Miles becomes irrelevant, because, like, Miles was never irrelevant, but it's like, I do think that within the context of dealing with someone like Carnage, like, why would Peter retire? It's like, he's, like, the most useful one for dealing with symbiotes.
Well, arguably speaking, Miles is going to get folded by Carnage, and only Peter is going to be able to stop him.
But it's like, I wouldn't even have an issue if Peter got folded by Carnage, because it's like, I just think it's silly, the idea that it's like, okay, even if they both needed to work together to stop Carnage, it's like, it would make more sense because Peter's there.
Well, they couldn't even handle Venom, and Carnage is like, is what Venom is to Spider-Man to them. So it's just, if anything, they're going in a more uphill battle than before.
Well, even if we're generous and we just say that Carnage is like tied with Venom in stats, it's like, yeah, it already took both of them. And they still barely won.
Well, it's like, if I had to say, the amped Venom we got in the game may be able to fight Carnage, but if we're talking about, like, Carnage holistically, he's always stronger than Venom.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, even if you, like, take, like, general knowledge out of the equation, and for the sake of argument, you just lowball Carnage and say that he's, like, as strong as Venom, it's like, it still required Peter and Miles to fight them, and they only just won. So it's like, regardless, I think having either Spider-Man retire at this point is stupid.
If his help is needed, this is the same character who let his aunt die to save the entire city, yet we're meant to believe he would momentarily
Well, it's like, they never
quit to
say
focus on
retire, but it
himself.
feels like a retirement.
Who's worse, Insomniac Miles or Tom Spider-Man? I think MCU Spider-Man's worse. Because, like...
Yeah, it's... Just put it like this, we had 2 good games and one, like, good games with good stories. We had one technical good game, but a bad story.
Well, it's like, the thing with Miles is, like, no matter how much he fucks up, at the very least it's within the confines of Earth, right? But it's like, the shit that Tom was doing, like, potentially made a mess across the universe in No Way Home.
Well, put it like this, at least Miles, like was stupid enough to ask for a date during the apocalypse. MCU Peter would not, like, help during the apocalypse.
True.
Unless he was forced to.
Yes. It's beyond messy to think about, and I think the best faith interpretation is that, while he didn't necessarily quit, the game still treats his decision to take a break as more significant and more groundbreaking than it really should be for Peter, as if it's some grand resolution to a character arc. It's pretty evident in Across the Spider-Verse that he's coming back anyway, so this giant emphasis on his break is really strange to me. So alongside the frequent damages to Peter and Miles' characters, their character arcs are poorly executed and built on shallow development and neglect their prior entries. Both with Spider-Man.
Also, what does Miles swing on in that scene? They're literally in the suburbs.
We're done dirty by this game.
Both equally terrible. Does that settle it?
In this section, we're going to talk about the plot as a whole, the world-building problems that occur throughout, general
this is what I
continuity
wanted you
problems,
to see.
and of course, some power scaling issues. There's a prevailing notion that Peter was nerfed in this game, and has become a large focus in discussion. Now the thing is, and I have proof of this, it's not just Peter that gets nerfed, and to fixate on that specifically, it inadvertently downplays another big issue. Miles was also nerfed in this game to a very significant degree.
Yes.
Both Peter and Miles have been nerfed in their intellect and combat performance, which is setting their major character assassinations aside. And the first notable example of this is the Sandman fight.
What's the plan? Keep him busy. I got it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, Peter and Miles, it's like, you could argue that they are nerfed in terms of competence, because it's like, we've already gone over their character, and it's like, they're nerfed in terms of intelligence and competency. So it's like...
Not necessarily their physical stats, but yeah.
But it's like, if you look at it from a power scaling perspective, it's like, yeah, they're stronger than ever, but it's like, if you look at them from like a competency side of things, like, yeah, I wouldn't be...
They got worse.
Yeah, it's like, you could be forgiven for thinking that... It's like, if they gave a reason for it, like, let's say for the sake of argument, right, like, Peter, like, severely cut down the time that he was Spider-Man between the PS4 game and, like, now. So he was, like, rough around the edges in this game. It's like, if they said that, I think everything would be fine. It's like, okay, like, Peter is still able to, like, get the job done, but it's like he makes mistakes, more mistakes than he did in the PS4 game. Because it's like, even in the PS4 game, he made mistakes.
I would also like to mention, if we have enough time, Liam released his video for addressing the nerfing, and I would like us to watch that next if you think we can do it after this.
We might just dedicate an entire stream to that.
Well, no, it's short.
Miles
it's not
was
as long as this
directly ordered
video.
to keep Sandman busy. Miles never communicated any changes in his plans
Like, it's like
to Peter,
20 minutes
so we can
long,
only
I think.
assume that remained his objective. Yet when Peter gets grabbed by Sandman, Miles noticeably doesn't interfere.
Well, I can feel my voice going, so we'll definitely leave it.
Thrown into a building where civilians are protected, and Sandman proceeds to attack him, and Miles still didn't interfere.
Still angry after all these years, Marco? You should try yoga.
Also, I think it's stupid that, hold on. I think it's stupid that Peter, like, doesn't move from his hand. Like, he's just sat there making a joke. Like, get off his hand, you stupid twat. See, again, looking at this, I just want to see Gypsy Danger appear and fight him. It wouldn't end very well for Gypsy, but I still want to see it anyway.
Must be more of a Pilates guy.
Really think Gypsy would lose to Sandman?
I mean,
he possibly could.
I mean, Gypsy has like liquid nitrogen and fire, so it's like he'd like stand a better chance than the Spider-Man. Probably, maybe, I don't know.
I would also just say this: Gypsy, if he went nuclear, could possibly beat him.
I
mean, yeah, if Gypsy like detonated, then yeah, he'd one-shot Sandman, but that's neither here nor there.
Implies that Miles watched Peter get almost crushed and did nothing to help save him, allowed Sandman to throw Peter into a building with unprotected civilians, and allowed him to swing his arm at the building. He watched Peter fail just so he could make fun of him when his inaction almost led to his mentor being suffocated and the civilians being hurt or killed. What was Miles doing? Asking Marco to dinner?
The hell?
Yeah, like that suit, like I think that's better than the evolved suit.
Now that's Spider
Anything is better
And are
than
we
the
led to
fucking
believe that
evolve.
Peter is so stupid that he thinks it's a smart plan to punch a giant Sandman in the face? He's impervious.
Impervious? What, is that a good thing?
Yeah. Means nothing and no one can hurt you. Including Spider-Man.
I don't know what Peter thought this would achieve. Let's not forget that he has fought Sandman before, and he has been Spider-Man for 10 years.
Still angry after all these years, Marco? You should try yoga.
And you should try escaping once Sandman opens his hand instead of sitting down and quipping, thus allowing yourself to get grabbed again. And just to be clear, quipping while fighting is not a problem, but doing nothing just to quip is a problem. Did neither Peter or Miles think to use Miles' bioelectricity to hinder Sandman? This would be an easy way of tripping him so he can cause less damage to the city. Even MCU Spider-Man was smart enough to try something like this. Or Harry in Spider-Man 3. We're dealing with two science geniuses, one of which who has been Spider-Man for 10 years, the other who has been Spider-Man...
Again, like, when MCU Spider-Man is somehow getting the dub over Insomniac Spider-Man, that's how you know something's wrong.
Spider-Man for 2 years and has 1 year of experience with bioelectricity. It's
dirty.
unbelievable how bad they are at their job.
I mean, Civil War was the best version of MCU, Peter. So if you want to say the best version of MCU is above the worst version of Insomniac, I mean, fair enough, but it still feels wrong.
Even then, I also disagree with that, because that would be like saying Toby or Andrew was like their performance in No Way Home somehow was justified, when it's like Toby went into an enclosed space in the Statue of Liberty when he didn't need to do that.
Yeah, and somehow he got stuck, even though he could 100% fit through that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like everyone in No Way Home is technically nerfed too.
With Electro's lightning shots, even while injured with 14 broken bones, he decides to stand there and put his hands out to block his face. I guess he forgot how to dodge after all these years. Peter later proceeds to try punching Sandman again and gets slapped down easily. I'm sorry, did this version of Spider-Man never learn from his first encounter with Sandman? They only think of using electricity later on in the fight. It really shouldn't take both of you getting your asses beat to realize that sand is weak to electricity. So out of nowhere, Miles forgets how to stick to the walls and he rolls down and almost allows himself to be eaten. Peter proceeds to go for a...
Yeah, like they just remove his spider powers so that he can get saved by Peter.
Punch to Sandman.
Well, it's weird because they make Peter less intelligent and they make Miles get not even remember his powers.
Oh yeah, they just forget. Yeah, it's like if you look at here as well, Miles doesn't even try grabbing it.
Walls and he rolls down and almost
he just accepts defeat. Like his arms are like all over the. He's like Harmon Smith, just his arms all over the damn place. He doesn't even try stick to it.
Peter proceeds to go for a punch to Sandman again after this failed twice, but instead of Sandman slapping him down or trapping him, he just gets struck by a random lightning bolt, as if he hasn't dodged Electro's shots while having 14 broken bones in the first game.
To be fair, he was midair.
This was a pretty bad display for both Peter
and
I mean, he can
change his trajectory.
I mean, either way, it's like I think it's stupid that he tries punching Sandman's face. Like,
well, it's just one of those things where at one hand it's like, oh, he didn't punch as hard before and he keeps trying, but it's like you keep doing it and doing it. It's like, why not from behind?
But like I think it's stupid as well, because it's like the first phase of the fight, they heavily emphasize using water and Miles's electricity. So it's like, why is Peter just saying fuck it and he's trying to punch him instead? Like
well,
if it was Miles doing it, like that's fair, because like Miles did punch him in the face with his electricity, and that was like actually useful. But it's like Peter doing it, like
so far.
I feel like Peter. It's like I feel like it would make more sense for Peter to come up with more intelligent solutions, like throwing a fucking crane at him or something, or like trying to like throwing a truck at him or something.
It only gets worse.
Something.
I
it's
do
just
want
like
to note one thing about the Iron Spider arms used in the game.
Looks like we got competition.
Spider-Man can create successful Doc Ock arms that work like nanotech, but Doc Ock failed for years, even when Peter was around to help. He basically just perfected the flaws present with the neural interface. But how exactly did he do that? Otto wouldn't have left his updated designs at the lab since he thought Peter was stealing from him, and Peter didn't even have the money to invest in the same resources Otto did. In fact, most of his efforts were towards freelancing at the Bugle, as established in Miles' game. Afterwards was when he was looking for a job as a teacher, where he got fired right away, while he's still struggling financially. So where did he get the money to achieve this? Otto had to rely on grants to even fund his work. Miles and Peter watch over the raft transfer. For some reason, Scorpion was allowed to keep his tail without it being cut off, even if the suit was fused to Gargan's body.
I mean, to be fair, that alone is kind of evidence that he wasn't nerfed, because it's like in the Spider-Man PS4 game, they flat out say that Doc Ock is stronger than Spider-Man. So it's like, if you give Spider-Man, like, Doc Ock arms, it's like, that's pretty much proof that Peter is, like, not nerfed. He's, like, stronger now.
Oh, also, I was just gonna say, where he got the arms was actually from the Tinker's tech. So it's like, when Miles, like, scavenged, like, for his, like, programmable matter suit in the Tinker's tech, that's how they were able to make the iron arms.
Well, yeah, but it's like, yeah.
Tail. Peter gets grabbed by one of the Vulture drones, despite being shown to dodge them on other occasions. Miles is also able to do this despite being less experienced in combat. Even if Peter couldn't dodge them, he shouldn't be struggling with one in the air due to the fact he can punch it to break it. Considering Miles can do this to multiple Vulture drones, I don't know why Peter can't do the same. It of course happens again on Peter's way down, despite being able to dodge Electro while having 14 broken bones. Peter and Miles attempt to remove these harpoons that
that's the thing, it's like, this is why to this day I think that Miles is above base Peter. Because it's like, even though Miles is like nerfed occasionally, it's like, this shit is just like very consistent, unfortunately. It shouldn't be.
No. Well, listen to what he says here. By the way, about it is, I agree Miles would beat Peter if Peter doesn't account for his bioelectricity. I'll just say it right there.
I don't know why Peter can't do the same. It of course happens again on Peter's way down, despite being able to dodge Electro while having 14 broken bones. Peter and Miles attempt to remove these harpoons that the hunters have shot into the ship. It's fairly unbelievable that Peter can't rip that out, considering he's able to lift cranes, stop trains, and lift trucks. But what's even worse is that Miles, who can hold a collapsing bridge together, couldn't pull this out with Peter's help. They're both pulling it at the same time and failing. They are unbelievably nerfed. Another thing,
agreed.
Why not target the people shooting these harpoons instead of the harpoons themselves? Even if you removed them, they can just retract them and shoot again. Miles gets into a fight with Scorpion and gets injected by his poison, similar to what we saw in Spider-Man PS4. Now, if we recall that game, Scorpion specifically let Peter experience the nightmare because Otto wanted him to, but Scorpion would have ended it himself.
I'd end it now, but Octavius is paying, and he wants to torture you, which I respect.
So, why doesn't he end it now with the other Spider-Man, especially since Peter survived this in the end? Getting rid of one of them for good would make things easier for Scorpion once he escapes. Also, Miles...
Again, Insomniac got hacked. I don't think that's, like...
That happened after the fact.
Yeah, they got hacked after the release of the game, I'm fairly certain.
Himself the same way Peter did. So how did he even survive? Later in the fight, Miles webs a propeller to prevent...
Well, yeah, it's like that's also plot armor for Miles. It's like, why did Scorpion just like randomly let a Spider-Man live?
Or why did the poison work when Miles hasn't been given an antidote before? Unless Peter gave him one, but it's like it's never established.
Yeah, it's like Miles is just like unapologetically better at dealing with the toxin than Peter. Which would be fine if they established that, because they were bitten by different spiders. Like, it would be plausible, but they just never explain it.
But it's like, even then, it's like being in water, like when you have a blood wound, like, you know why they say you never cut your wrist in a bathtub because the blood circulates out? That's how I assume it got out of his system, but it's like, it comes up.
From damaging the platform and hurting civilians. The propeller breaks through the webs, and for some reason Peter is focused on lifting the rubble off this one person, as opposed to webbing up the propeller like Miles just did.
Also, I'm just gonna call bullshit that the propeller can break through the webs, like the webs can support cranes.
How can Miles think of this but not Peter? He also for some reason grabs everyone with his hands.
Yeah, just like keep shooting it, like what?
Using his webs to hold them in place. Peter was made into an idiot just so there's an excuse for the story to point out Miles isn't helping when he should. But Peter shouldn't be this stupid.
Nice cloaking tech. Mind if I take a look under the hood?
Why not destroy the tech before they activate it? Why not web the hunters so they don't do anything? Miles approaches Black Cat and sees her leave the sanctum with a portal wand. I don't know why he doesn't web the wand out of her hand the moment she tries using it. It even fails, so Miles should just be able to grab it from her so she can't use it. But he just stands there, giving her the chance to use it properly. Then he goes after her. It's like the game just paused his brain. It's
so stupid when you point it out like that. Yeah, Miles is just Miles is just like deactivated. His fucking batteries are ran out. He's on standby mode.
Also really strange that Black Cat can use the portal to make it to the Arctic, but not Paris where she needs to be.
If only I could figure out how to go more than 10 feet with this thing.
I mean, you just did minutes ago.
Fuck's sakes. Why is that dialogue in the game? Oh.
It breaks your brain the moment you think about it.
If only I could go more than 10 feet. Ah yes, because New York City has like a fucking like Fortress of Solitude in there. Ah yes.
Miles also just lands in front of Black Cat and just stands there instead of taking the wand from her that she used very
Spider-Man was not made silly. He makes quips. That's in his character. Well, him making him making quips doesn't make him incompetent. That's the difference.
Well, no, it's like what SK said. Stopping the fight to make a quip is a bad thing. Quipping is a good thing.
Yeah, it's like if he was like for example in Spider-Man 2, where it's like Peter's fighting Doc Ock and he's like, here's your change, whilst yeeting a bag of money at him. It's like, yeah, that's fine. It's like Peter just sitting around in Sandman's fist, like making a joke. It's like, yeah, that's stupid. Black Cat was character assassinated. Was she?
How?
I mean, she's a piece of shit in this game and in the first game. Like, was she?
Recklessly earlier, which I suppose...
Why? Because she's suddenly gay in this game? I don't think that makes her character assassinated. She could have always...
bisexual.
Yeah, she could have always been bisexual.
fits with the rest of Miles' intelligence in this scene. It's also interesting how Wong takes the wand from Miles and says they owe him one, yet they don't do anything about an alien invasion in the third act, nor do any of the Avengers that we know exist, thanks to Avengers Tower and Taskmaster directly referencing them when discussing his
Also,
past
can you pause it for a second? I just realized something.
Yeah. Fantastic from Wong. Yeah, we owe you one, Spider-Man. Meanwhile, we'll leave you to die during a world invasion.
No. Think of it like this. Why would they say, oh, we owe you, Spider-Man, the fact he can just teleport the wand without ever being present? Imagine if he did that to Black Cat.
True.
Like, why do you owe Spider-Man one?
Yeah, why do you owe Spider-Man anything? Like, what the fuck did he do? He didn't, like, try to apprehend Black Cat.
Well, no. It's like, with or without him, they get the wand back.
Of nets at Coney Island and somehow gets trapped by one, despite being able to dodge consecutive hits from Electro while having 14 broken bones. This is yet another case of his reaction time being nerfed for no reason. Later in the fight, Peter struggles to lift the roller coasters as if he isn't strong enough to. Somehow. Let's not forget that he can stop speeding trucks, lift cranes, and stop helicopters from flying upwards, but he can't just lift these roller coasters high up. It's worse when a giant tower falls behind him, and he's able to stop that easily, but he can't lift these roller coasters higher.
Sorry!
And the cherry on top that proves he should be able to do this is that he doesn't just lift them both in the air at the end, he throws them high in the air, which means that if his strength was kept consistent, he would have just saved the writers immediately. There's also this weird moment.
That's so stupid.
Yes, it's like, oh, my strength's, like, I'm so weak, and now, oh, wait, I can lift this up.
Well, again, it's like he's under kryptonite. Like, I can't do, like, no, hold on. I'm gonna show you, after this, have you seen, like, do you know what this reminds me of? Have you seen the second Indiana Jones film?
Yes.
Yep.
You know the scene where, like, he's, like, his head is, like, about to be crushed under the fucking, like, stone crusher?
Yes.
And like the voodoo magic is like preventing him from doing anything. That's what this reminds me of. It's like he's useless until like he's suddenly useful.
Yeah, it's just Clayton nerfing.
Yeah, it's like
it's like this is just nerfing. That's literally all
like,
it is.
It's like the writers of the game have like a Spider-Man voodoo doll and they just stab it when they need Peter to act dumb.
So, Rick, here's something.
Also, pay attention to this.
Hold on.
So no, go back.
Hang on.
Be able to do this is that he doesn't just lift them both in the air at the end, he throws them high in the air, which means that if his strength was kept consistent, he would have just saved the writers immediately. There's also this weird moment.
I'm stuck!
Remember this reference to If This Be My Destiny in Spider-Man PS4? He can lift that, but he's stuck when even less stacks of rubble are onto him.
He is not Spider-Man. Think of his miserable performance here tonight. The last time I fought Spider-Man, he was formidable, powerful, agile, almost invincible. This time
Rick, I know somebody's probably going to point this out, but
later,
does this mean Ultimate Joker was right and Peter was actually nerfed?
Nah, Ultimate Joker's a moron, let's be honest. But it's like...
Put it like this, even if he's right, it's for the wrong reasons.
Well, it's like, in all of the major encounters in the game, I would say he's not nerfed, but it's like, everything in between, like, you could make an argument. Like, this is just stupid. SK's in the chat. Yeah, it's like, I don't think, realistically, I don't think Peter was nerfed, like, against...
Power scaling wise.
Well, no, not power scaling, because that's a cop-out answer, but it's like, against Sandman, against Lizard, against Miles... against Venom, like, against, like, all of the major encounters in the game, I don't think he was nerfed, but it's, like, in between that, right? Like, the Coney Island mission, for example, or the, Steel Mill mission. It's like, yeah, for some reason, he's just nerfed in those missions for no reason. Even if it's for, like, 2 seconds, it's weird.
Has a plan to investigate the hunters. I don't know why she didn't call first before entering the hunters' van. If she knew the hunters were there, she would have told them first before doing anything. She could get caught in the van and not have the chance to tell them. She also has to be really quiet here because the hunters can show up unexpectedly. This eventually leads to a confrontation with Kraven, where Peter gets to...
Yeah, I don't think that Peter was nerfed against Kraven either, but let's see what... Well, hold on, let's see what SK says.
by Kraven, then almost dies because of this. Now to start off, this guy isn't a novice, he has been Spider-Man for 10 years. I expect him to account for Kraven pulling up and stabbing him, not to mention his spider sense and enhanced reflexes, not to mention that stabbing him like this shouldn't even kill him, since Fisk was able to cut him like a pork sausage and MJ still saved him.
Fisk cut Peter open
Holy
like a pork
shit!
sausage with this the first time they fought. Pete got away, collapsed in my yard half dead, and I had to steal my dad's car to drive him to the ER. The first of many Nurse MJ moments.
Not to mention that Peter can walk off a deep cut into his shoulder by Otto, but apparently one stab to his stomach is a killer blow. Regular humans in real life can survive this. This is a world where the physics are upscaled, and this is Spider-Man. How is this about to kill him? Spider-Man is now in the black suit, and
honestly, like,
I only have
if
one.
the knife's not poisoned, then yeah, he was nerfed.
But yeah, like, I am operating under this. See, again, like, I proposed this in the previous stream. There was such an easy way to fix this moment, right? And you wouldn't have to change a single second of it. Have Kraven kill Tombstone, and he forged a knife to bypass Tombstone's indestructible skin. And have that be the same knife he uses on Spider-Man. That's all you would have to do to fix that scene. Genuinely. And it would make complete sense for Kraven to do that.
And say it was tipped with poison as well, on top of that.
Yeah, and it's like a specific, like, which actually would make sense for Kraven, because Peter needs, like, a chemical to nerf Tombstone's skin when he fights him. So it's like, so it's like having the same compound temporarily weaken Peter's powers so that the stab kills him. That would make sense. And the fucking frustrating thing is, it's almost in the game. Like, SK.
I think it already
SK, if you're still here, would that fix the scene? Like, nothing about the scene changes. Peter does, like, the punching and he gets stabbed. Would that fix the scene? He gets stabbed by a blade that is made to counter Tombstone. Like, nothing, it is almost in the game. Nothing about the scene needs to change.
Also, can I just say something about this, about Kraven? He apparently wants to fight an equal, yet when he fights someone stronger than Scorpion and all the other villains he's fought, he basically cheap shots him and not treat him like an equal.
Yeah, it's like, Spider-Man literally has beaten all of these villains. Maybe he's the apex predator. Yeah, let me just kill him with one shot. It's like, well done.
No. Think of it like this. Imagine saying, oh, Arkham Batman versus Deathstroke. But imagine the idea is, oh, Batman could if they were in a straight-up fight, but the equivalent is, Deathstroke just slices his throat from behind.
This game is so easy to fix, it's madness. It literally is. It's not like No Way Home, where you would have to, like, fundamentally rewrite it. It's like, no, this game is so easy to fix.
Yeah, do you know it's what? Like, all the elements are there to fix it.
Do you know what? And I am not Ultimate Joker, so I'm not gonna go into, like, theories and, like, controversies and shit. But it's like, I would not be surprised if, like, what I suggested was the original, like, plan for the game, and then they changed it at the last minute just to fuck over Peter. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Because, like, it's all in the game. The evidence is right there.
Well,
it's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You lose!
It's crystal meth.
Yeah, it's fucking crystal meth this time. Crystal clear, more like crystal methamphetamine. Fuck me.
He swings over to a Kraven goon, but can't dodge a bolt of...
And like, Kraven versus Tombstone would have just been so cool. Like...
More so than Scorpion versus Tombstone, than Kraven.
Yeah, like, Tombstone versus Kraven would, like, actually make sense. Especially since, like, it would create, like, a nice parallel to the first game, where it's like you've got the Hunters versus the Underground, or like the Hunters versus like the criminal empire or what have you. But anyway, now moving on to blackface Peter. I mean, black suit Peter.
Lightning shot at him. This is especially inexcusable. Not only did Spider-Man dodge Electro shots with 14 broken bones, but Spider-Man is in the black suit now.
Yeah,
he should be buffed in the black suit, not nerfed. How do you...
I think it's stupid that he runs out of webs at that specific moment. Either that or like the web shoot. Well, no, hold on. I think the electricity fries the web shooters, but it's like, why would that happen if he's fought Electro? And like the Hunters have like Electro tech.
I would also just like to say, if his web shooters wouldn't work, he would use the tendrils.
I mean, he doesn't know. I don't think he has the tendrils. Oh, no, he does have the tendrils.
No, he has them. Yes, he does. He used it in the very last scene. Not even a minute ago did he use it.
Yeah, he does have the tendrils. My bad.
Spider-Man in the black suit.
Makes me a better Spider-Man.
It makes me a better Spider-Man, really.
Now that's spider strength.
Also, he has tendrils he can use to defend himself, yet he doesn't, and allows himself to get slammed into, despite being able to react to lightning. Spider-Man confronts Kraven at the church and gets put into a chokehold by Kraven. I guess he, once again, forgot the numerous tendrils he can use to defend himself. And when Kraven takes note of the bell, Spider-Man takes the serum from Kraven so he can act right now, yet he just stands there and allows Kraven to hit the bell again without webbing him or using his tendrils. Again, how can Spider-Man be nerfed in the black suit?
Makes me a better Spider-Man.
Yeah, I could say I'm Captain America, but it doesn't put wings on my head.
Okay.
Perfect. Bro, I need to rewatch Daredevil. I can say I'm Captain America,
dude.
it doesn't mean I have wings on my head. Bro, Foggy Nelson, the GOAT. The GOAT. Like, man, that edit was perfect. I need to use that more in my fanboy videos. It's like Harlan Smith, he's like, oh, the Nintendo Switch is objectively better than gaming PCs. Well, I could say I'm Captain America, doesn't mean it puts wings on my head. Red Bull says it gives you wings, doesn't mean it actually does.
Down to business, there's something I have to tell you. I'm fresh out of honey.
You didn't learn your lesson last time? That's cool. We can give you a refresher course.
This is Spider-Man in the black...
If I'm honest, couldn't you say that this is character assassination for the Hunter? The fact that he actually lets Peter quit? Like, why would the Hunter do that?
I don't think it matters, but let's listen to what SK has to say.
Well, it's like, well, no, it's like within the context of the Hunters, where it's like they're basically just like the best guys in the world. It's like, I don't think Sable's men did that. It's like, I think it's stupid that the Hunters, who come from around the world, keep in mind, so they're not even guaranteed to speak English. I think it's stupid that they let Peter do that.
Rip, they're fucking goons. They're fucking stupid.
This guy is built like the Hulk. Like, I call bullshit.
Suit, and he gets smacked around by a guy.
He's bigger than, like, fucking Spider-Man.
In a teddy bear outfit, slowly walking towards him. Why is he nerfed in the black suit?
Makes me a better Spider-Man.
Peter eventually finds out that Norman had an off-the-books lab for Connors down in the sewers, but we also had to recall that he needed to do a deal with Fisk to get a secret lab to work on Devil's Breath.
Have you learned anything from that Devil's Breath file?
Yes, get this. A few years ago, Osborn came to Fisk and asked him to build a lab, but to keep it hidden...
Peter should have dodged that. I mean, yeah, true.
Well, it's like he just gets his ass kicked and there's no justifiable reason.
Think it is? I can see why.
Well, again, it's kind of like what SK said earlier. It's like quipping mid-fight is fine, but like acting like a dumbass just to quip is something that Deadpool would do. But like at the very least, Deadpool can walk it off. Like,
well,
Peter
here's the
can't.
thing. What Spider-Man does, and what makes him a badass, is that he insults you, then when you're about to attack him, he counterattacks in such a disrespectful way that you're just so annoyed by him.
Well, yeah, it's like Deadpool quipping whilst Juggernaut's about to tear him in half. It's like, that would make sense for Deadpool. It doesn't make sense for Spider-Man.
Norman had a secret lab in the sewers this entire time. Why did he need to do a deal with Fisk? Why didn't he contain the project in the sewers if he was able to...
That could actually make sense. Like, imagine if it was confirmed that they took inspiration from the Deadpool movies to make the humor for this film. For this game. Like, I'd actually believe that.
If that's the case, then they don't do their homework.
Do this with the symbiote. And as far as the symbiote itself, the first game initially led me to...
Deadpool's less responsible and more arrogant. Yeah. Yeah. But like that's what I mean. It's almost as if they took inspiration from like Deadpool's humor to write the humor for this game.
Believe that the symbiote wasn't necessarily a cure, but rather something that slowed down the effects of Harry's disease so he can be bought time. But if the symbiote is apparently...
No, don't say that, Rift. Well, why not? Like, is it wrong? Like, it is the sort of thing that Deadpool would do. He would make a joke whilst the Hulk pounds his fucking face in. Like, he would make a joke if he just broke his wrist trying to hit Colossus.
Also, I just realized this pose Peter's doing is me throughout this entire game, like this entire video.
Yeah, this is literally Bankai when I open my mouth in any game ever.
That's putting it light.
A working cure, why didn't Norman
If
invest
anything,
in
I'm
this
probably
as opposed
more
to
the
Devil's
random
Breath?
hunter
Not
who would
only
try
is the
to
symbiote
fucking kill you.
not at risk of causing a pandemic, but studies would show that they can contain it due to its weakness to loud noises. It's also just better if the symbiote can easily heal any illness or injury rather than Harry's specific illness. Peter chases the lizard once again, and this eventually makes it outside. For some reason, he doesn't use his tendrils to defend himself when Lizard is trying to bite him. He doesn't use them to try curing Lizard for the first time.
Yeah, because it's implied the
this can be used
tendrils are
against him.
the strength buff, not his actual stats, which is weird.
Yeah, it's like the tendrils are like stronger than his actual strength.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, I don't even believe Peter in the black suit is Ant unless he's using the tendrils.
I'm sorry, it's okay, Mike, don't worry about it.
Like, outside of the healing factor, the suit being better protection, it's just like, I don't think Peter's strength outside of the tendrils is better. Like,
and if it is, I don't think it's well, I think he should be stronger, because, like, it would make sense, because, like, it makes Harry stronger.
Well, it should, but it's like every time Harry uses his strength, it's with the tendrils, or the tendrils are amping him.
I guess. I mean, he doesn't... I mean, at the steel mill, it's like he kicks, like, that big-ass door down.
Well, it's implied to use the tendrils for that. The only time it doesn't imply that is when he's in the Coney Island phase, hits the hammer down. That's the only time. But it's like outside of that, Eric, like there's no inclination that without the tendrils you're
He also allows
stronger.
Lizard to fall down instead of picking him up, so he doesn't potentially land near civilians. He also allows Kraven to take another shot instead of stopping him. Again, Spider-Man should be performing better in the black suit, not worse. Only at the end of the fight, he finally remembers to use multiple tendrils. We get a flashback to Connor's—
I mean, that's not necessarily true, because, like, he does use the tendrils earlier, because, like, he tries pinning Lizard, and then Lizard rolls, and it fucks him up. So it's not, like, entirely true, but I know what he means. He should have used the tendrils a lot sooner.
First seeing the symbiote, and his
shouldn't
first
take him that long to
action
do it.
was to look at it up close instead of having—
Well, again, it's like what I said earlier. It's like, okay, they wanted a free phase fight for Lizard, so they worked backwards. It's like, okay, Peter uses the tendrils at the end of phase 2. Lizard's like, nah, fuck that. Lizard uses tendrils at the end of phase 3, and Lizard just gives up and lets him do it. It's like
a better thing would it be is that Peter is like not using the tendrils at all. But at the end, he just stops giving a shit.
Like, I know that Peter uses the tendrils to, like, keep Connor's mouth shut, but it's like, it's like, it just seems so weird. Like, why didn't he do that before? Well, no, he actually did do that before. At the end of phase 2,
it wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, it's like, at the end of phase 2, like, he does use the tendrils to close Connor's mouth, but Connor's is just like, nah, fuck that. It's like, okay, sure, I believe you.
It contained properly, as scientists regularly do, because that's the smart way to handle alien material. Not only could the alien cause an infectious disease, but it also could latch onto Connors like it does in the scene. This causes them to shoot his arm off when they didn't even need to do that. They just needed to shoot at the symbiote's center mass so it stops grabbing him. This is the origin for Dr. Connors as the Lizard. It was turned into a nonsensical flow of events.
That's actually a fair point. Why didn't they just shoot the tendril? Why did they shoot his fucking arm?
Or shoot the symbiote.
Yeah.
Why not shoot the symbiote itself, since it can regen?
You had 3 choices. Shoot the alien, shoot the arm, or shoot the fucking tendril. Why would you shoot Connors? He could have bled out right then and there.
You know what? Going to this scene, I want to point out something. To this day, I still stand by that Norman is the true fucking villain in all this. Everything that happened in this fucking story is his fault.
Everything in the Insomnia arc is his fault.
Yeah.
Like, Otto is the reason he's a villain. I mean, no, Norman is the reason he's a villain. He's the reason.
I don't give a fuck
Mr.
if he had good intentions to save his son. He should not have put that fucking alien parasite in it.
Looking at what Jess says, he doesn't remember to use the tendrils. I feel like the tendrils thing is more ingrained in Harry than Peter. Tendrils was the first thing Harry learned. Peter is already Spider-Man. He sees the tendrils as an afterthought. Well, that would make sense if the symbiote was consistent, but it's like, given what we know about the symbiote, where it's like, okay, it basically just takes over and it wants to take over the fucking world, it kind of makes no sense that, like, Peter just wouldn't, like... Well, basically the symbiote's inconsistent. That's...
Yeah, like here's the thing. At one hand, its motives are inconsistent, but how it works on the host is inconsistent. Like I even think the idea of it being Agent Venom before it bonds to Peter is ridiculous, because Venom only gets his power set from Peter, not before.
But it's like, But it's like, I understand what they're trying to do. It's like, I understand that, like, Peter, like, uses his, like, typical Spider-Man shit, like, at the start, and then he, like, slowly uses more and more symbiote abilities. Like, I think that's to try and represent the idea that the symbiote is taking control of him more. So then, like, obviously when you get to the Peter and Miles boss fight, he creates tendrils all over the fucking place and creates, like, a massive arena. It's like, I think that's what they're trying to do, but they just don't explain it. It's like, that's basically just me filling in the blanks for them. Or in other words, Colin's entire review of this game.
That's just lazy writing.
This also makes me wonder, why did they allow Harry to leave before properly investigating how the symbiote works on him? You can release him from the container and run studies on him, and the symbiote, which clearly has a mind of its own, judging by how it grabbed Connors like that. What if it behaves out of Harry's control? The symbiote would be tested for weaknesses, and sound would be noticed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Connors
Why
would know
not
to
just have
a sonar
Harry
device
isolated
if it
just
goes
out of the
wrong,
container?
and have constant surveillance on Harry's vitals.
Well, yeah, like, couldn't you put him in, like, quarantine or something? Like, even if you were
put
to
it like this. Contain him in EMF. Just contain him in EMF, and that's all you gotta do.
I mean, they probably wouldn't do that because it's a very, like, public place, but I get what you mean. It's like, they could even,
It's just what I'm saying is, like, they can have Harry have all the freedom he wants, have his dream, basically. And even though he's confined to that building, it's better than just staying in his apartment.
Well, they don't even need to do that, like, because obviously they tell him that it's, like, a self-learning exosuit, so it's like, from Harry's perspective, they could literally say, yeah, come down to the lab for, like, weekly checkups. It's like, that would make total sense. It would be complete bullshit given how the symbiote acts, and it would once again be inconsistent for the symbiote, but it is what it is.
Harry can be out of the tank with these precautions in place. MJ sees the hunters arrive at the house. For some reason, she doesn't call Miles immediately for help when they're surrounding the house. She does so later after she leaves the house, but she should have done it right away. How does Norman not know about Spider-Man holding the symbiote? Spider-Man's new suit obviously behaves like the symbiote. Connors would tell Norman, Harry would too. Norman would start a manhunt against Spider-Man like he did in the first game to get the suit back. Is he just unaware of the fact that Harry is suddenly sick again, and there's a black suit Spider-Man wears that functions like the symbiote? Later in the game, Miles fights Martin Lee at Craven's arena.
There's no escape.
I tried.
Okay, but Spider-Man can swing, and you can't. So why doesn't Lee point out that Spider-Man could escape when we know he's reformed by this point and doesn't want to fight Spider-Man? Now, I've got a random question for you all. Who is faster, a dying man with a cane, or a 10-year-long Spider-Man?
Oh, no.
Quite the puzzler.
According to this scene, a dying man with a cane is fast enough to damage a
Oh,
container Peter is holding
no.
when Peter would have every reason to protect that with his life. This is yet
Rick, what do you gotta
another
say
nerf.
here?
And then Peter gets knocked out by the symbiote
so
without it even having a
bad.
host because he hit the wall once, not even breaking through it. This is yet another nerf. But then, Venom throws...
It's so bad.
Remember when you argued against that, Riff? Remember?
Keep playing it. Keep playing it.
Spider-Man through a wall and pipes, but that somehow knocks out Peter until the sunrise. Fisk put Peter through similar attacks in the first game, but Peter could keep fighting. This is again another nerf.
Yes, he's right.
Venom then arrives at Peter's...
I mean, the only excuse is that
Riff,
Venom...
you can't argue against that.
Well, again, it's like, the only excuse is like...
No, I just thought of a better example. You know how Rhino and
Yeah, it's like...
building explode, shove him through it, and then have to beat him to a pulp just to knock him out.
But it's like, it's like in Spider-Man Miles Morales, it's like he no-diffs a giant explosion and then just, like, runs through several city blocks with Peter along for the ride. It's like...
It's like Venom's throw shouldn't be that dangerous.
And even though, And even though
he
Peter...
even took a punch from Sandman, and even though he's fatigued, it's like a punch from Sandman's, like, outclassed everything we've seen so far.
But it's like, even though he's like... even though he is, like, weakened at this point from, like, removing the black suit, it's like, it's still just stupid.
home. Take your wild stab in the dark what's gonna happen to Peter in the scene. Peter just stands there, like he's not even prepared to counter while MJ is in a stance ready to react. She reacts faster.
Well, yeah, Peter's batteries ran out. Like, what do you expect him to do?
Than Peter by blocking Venom's hit, when Peter would have been the one fast enough to move MJ out of the way no matter what she did. He is faster. He can react to Electro.
Video or is
and
the
Peter
video
gets
lagging?
It's you. It's
No.
like the
It's SK slowing down the clip.
knocked down by a fridge momentarily. Why would this guy get knocked down by a fridge? This creates a massive plot hole in Across the Spider-Verse. If Insomniac Spider-Man is this weak and ineffective of a hero, then how did Miguel ever think it was a good idea to bring him onto Spider Society? If he fought the Renaissance Vulture, he would have gotten knocked down by a painting and caused the destruction of a universe. Kick him out, Miguel. Fire him.
Go home, Peter.
Fucking useless.
You need to know.
God damn Insomniac Spider-Man. Such a fall from grace.
On one hand, he's the strongest he's been. On the other hand, he looks the most pathetic.
Now I understand why the Batman fanboys were pissed off when I said that this guy would beat Arkham Batman. I'm starting to understand.
Well, no. We cannot forget Suicide. We cannot forget that.
Shut up. It doesn't exist.
Chat, who took more damage? Peter in Spider-Man 2 or Batman in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League? Who took more damage as a character?
I would say Arkham Batman, considering what they did to the Arkham brand.
I would actually say freaking Spider-Man because, you know, that wasn't fucking Batman. It was a fucking clone.
Okay, well within the context that you played the game at launch and you thought it was Batman, like who took more damage?
And here's another good point. Batman was more character assassinated in that game, even if he wasn't a clone, because everything went according to plan. And Brainiac killing all those people, everything happening in the game, it was all Batman's plan.
I mean, Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. Screwed. Suicide Squad has a worse plot than Spider-Man 2. Can we agree with that at least?
Well, yes, but what I'm trying to say is that Insom at least wasn't assassinated to the point of being irrecoverable.
Yeah, it's like
Suicide Squad basically.
Yeah, it's like even SK agrees that Arkham Batman took more damage. It's like, yeah, like they basically he one-shot every member of the Suicide Squad and yet somehow died to them later in the game. It's like, okay,
just put it like this. It's not hard to fix Insomniac Spider-Man. It's going to be almost impossible to fix Arkham Batman now.
Well, the funny thing is, SK, is that them saying that Batman was a clone to try and deflect criticism...
it's a very easy fix.
Well, no.
Just say it's not fucking canon.
Well, no, it's like... funnily enough, with what SK said, like them saying, oh, it's just a clone, like Arkham Batman's still alive, it's like, that makes the plot worse. It's like, okay, well, why didn't Brainiac make like hundreds of Superman? Why didn't he make like 100 Batman? It's like...
Well, here's a better way of looking at it. You can easily fix Spider-Man 2, or in the next game, address these issues, or completely like imagine if they do this. Imagine if they do slight retcons in the third game to basically make up for all the fuck-ups they did in the second game. They can do that, but for Arkhamverse, it's really hard to fix it, even if you decanonize it.
But it's like, you can't even fix it, because it's like, you basically killed every member of the League. It's like, and now you're saying, oh, they're clones. It's like, okay, well, what happened to the actual League?
Well, not even just that. It's like Wonder Woman's the only member to...
Yeah, it's like Wonder Woman's dead. It's like, great.
And a Batman basically said, all this was according to plan. So it's like, even if you say he's still alive, he basically allowed the events of Suicide Squad to take place, which is damaging.
Bruh.
Find a way to save him.
You can't. But you can still stop the symbiote.
I thought I was watching Spider-Man. Why is the condom man here?
Killing the host.
How does Kurt know that the host and symbiote are perfectly fused? How would you even know what that means without even experiencing this? There was never a time the symbiote was perfectly fused, and all Connors could see is Venom just being Venom. Venom wouldn't just let him study him. This just seems like a forced way of establishing the conflict for Peter.
Yeah, because Connor says he doesn't understand the symbiote enough.
Final battle,
yeah, Connor's just like magically has like a reawakening. He's like, ah, yes. This is how Venom works.
And Miles is somehow able...
And the funny thing is that that's not how Venom works. That's the funny thing. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Just put it like this. That was just a throw-in just to make Peter feel guilty.
Yeah, you can't stop Venom. The host and the symbiote are perfectly fused. Cuts to the final battle where Harry and Venom are not permanently fused. They are resisting one another.
And Harry is still alive, technically.
Like, this would be like in Endgame if you were to say, you can't. Once the Infinity Stones are in the glove, you can't remove them. Cuts to Iron Man just removing all of them.
No, this would be like acting Doctor Strange. Tell me what happens. I can't tell you. And then proceeds to hold up the finger, but it's actually say, do it now. Kill yourself. That's what it is.
Literally.
Like, kill yourself, man.
To stop him. I guess Miles can apparently contend with Venom's strength, despite the fact that Peter can barely contend with him unless he has the anti-Venom suit. Apparently he forgets to use his tendrils on Miles when actively struggling with him. Apparently he doesn't know how to close his mouth to avoid stuff from being tossed in there. Miles and Peter web onto Venom, and apparently he doesn't know how to cut off their web lines. He shoots goop at Miles to knock him off, but doesn't do the same to Peter. He allows Peter to latch onto him despite knowing that he has a direct counter to the symbiote when he could just separate.
Well, again, it's like, look at this shit. It's like Peter is like fodder against Venom until he's no longer fodder against Venom.
Peter with the tendrils and throw him off. This allows Peter
Yeah, it's like Peter can do fucking nothing against Venom, but here he is fucking giving him the Rocky Balboa treatment, and it's actually doing damage to him.
To rip open Venom's mask for a moment. Venom loses the rock because while struggling, he forgets that he has the tendrils that can grab.
Also, that's bullshit. Miles is not stronger than Venom, even with one hand. The very next scene proves this.
They're nerfing Venom now.
Yeah, like, unironically, they just nerfed Venom, because, like, the very next scene where Miles is, like, contending with him in strength, Miles is, like, slowly getting overpowered by Venom. So, like, unironically, they just nerfed Venom right there. And this is, like, the strongest version of Venom, because he has, like, the uneven textures of the skin, which implies that he's, like, at his strongest.
Part of the story is when Otto tells Norman that he's glad his son got ruined, because that is probably the most in-character thing anyone in the story has ever said or done. Otto still has the proper spite and hatred towards Norman, and the bitter attitude he has developed in the first game, so at least he's in character, and...
the one guy who wasn't character assassinated was the guy who had like 10 seconds of screen time. Good job, Insomniac.
His inclusion makes sense.
Next time, try writing a better...
Bro, you good? Who was that in the chat? Ovidjoar Verger, you good, bro? What are you on about?
What is he saying?
I think his comment just got like removed or some shit, because like it just came up on multi-chat. I don't even know if I can read that out loud.
Why? Is he just roasting in the worst way possible?
Oh, he's bringing up the fucking... The guy who hated my Mario Kart take. He's saying Sir Musty already raped you, bro. Yeah, and I owe him a tenner. Like, what's your point? Like, are you good? Are you good? Are you still letting this live rent-free in your head? Are you good?
That sounds really concerning.
You're still salty about this? The rest of us moved on with our lives.
Wait, who's?
I didn't even know it happened.
Some dude in chat's mad. You know the guy who got mad at like my Mario Kart World take, and he made like an entire stream on me. Yeah, it's like one of his defenders is in the chat, still mad about it. It's like,
that's hilarious.
Story.
This
stream has nothing to do with him or Mario Kart. It has nothing to do with you. Sit down. I know you're wanting attention. It is what it is.
Was a mess. The various character assassinations, plot holes, breaks in the world building,
These
and power
fanboys
scaling
really need to chill the
inconsistencies
fuck out.
do a real number on the integrity of the story. The execution of the story's themes are damaged by many of the character problems, alongside many unsatisfactory resolutions to character arcs and plot lines. This is the worst story.
Otto is waiting to kill Norman. So this is the thing, like, I'm kind of curious to see how Spider-Man 3 actually plays out, because it's like... They've got a lot to balance.
Well,
Like,
before Spider-Man 3, we gotta see how they do Venom. I mean, how they do Wolverine.
Yeah. And so I'm kind of curious.
I'm assuming this is what happened. They basically were like, okay, you're given the green light on Spider-Man, but they were feeling so confident they made Miles and then Wolverine and Spider-Man 2 all at the same time, to the point one of them was guaranteed to be undercooked. And it turns out it was Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, hopefully that's the case. Time will tell.
Yeah, like, I'm under the assumption they tackled so much that they bit off more than they can shit.
Chewy.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Let's continue this.
Bro, is that guy still going on? Well done, Puffer.
Yeah.
Puffer just got him. Entire Twitter is fuck you right in the ass. Are you good? Do you hear yourself? You on glue?
He sounds like something.
The Insomniac
Spider-Man
like
series, a fucking 12-year-old.
Sounds It's like, if you're trying to roast someone, at least speak the same language they speak.
One of the worst Spider-Man stories in an adaptation. The only stories I can think of that are worse are No Way Home and Edge of Time.
You're saying the lives of a billion strangers?
That might be a hot take, but, you know, if you stick around for this long, why not stick around for more? Thank you for watching this video, subscribe to the channel if you want more of this content, let me...
Yeah, bit off more than you can chew, yeah, exactly. I mean, he does say that No Way Home and Edge of Time is worse, so I mean, it is what it is.
Like, just put it like this, I don't think this is above Spider-Man 3 or TASM 2, but it's not the worst of the worst. What's frustrating is it could have been so much better, if not the best, and we got this.
Yeah, it was so easy to fix this game, and we just didn't get it.
Like, I don't even mind if they basically remake the game, like, just, like, not change the gameplay, but just the overall story. If they did that, I guarantee you, they would make a lot more money.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I literally got dumber sitting through how bad this story is.
I've never played Spider-Man 2, so...
Yeah, it is what it is. It's like, I think that this story was just so easy to fix, but it is what it is.
And I also gotta point out one thing here. If you're out in the chat, if you guys enjoy like Spider-Man 2, like that's perfectly fine. Like more power to you. But freaking, we just know this game is not like the perfect masterpiece everybody.
Spider-Man 2 is the most complete Spider-Man game. I completely disagree with that. I mean, it's not complete because the fucking DLC was cancelled. Like, what?
Was there supposed to be DLC?
Yeah, the Carnage DLC. Carnage was supposed to be DLC, and they cancelled it. So it's like the game is literally incomplete. Which video is better? Which video is better, SK's or Collins? SK's, because it actually was SK talking for like 90% of it. Unlike Collins, where it was mostly just showing clips from the game.
How should we put it? Colin's more of a kiss ass to the point that when he gets information wrong, he gets so far up into it, he needs to actually be talked down by others to get his point straight.
What game do you think is the most complete then? I mean, either Spider-Man Remastered or Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like, both of them are more complete than this game.
This game feels like it was undercooked. Like, every concept and everything that needs to be fixed can be fixed with what's in the game. You don't need to change anything, you just need to add more.
Yeah, like it is what it is.
Just like one line of dialogue, like one simple like note, like heck, even a profile or a codex or something like to give us more feedback. But it's like we don't have anything.
I swear if SK appreciates Web of Shadows' story because Insomniac got hacked. I mean, even to this day, even to this day, he says that Edge of Time story is worse. I don't know. I don't think SK would flip-flop on his beliefs like that.
Also, compared to Web of Shadows...
He never brings up the Insomniac hacks in this video. Yeah, because it's irrelevant. He's reviewing the product he was given.
Well, yeah, the hacks are irrelevant because they happened after the game was released, not before.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, you wouldn't say Sonic 06 is a masterpiece just because it was rushed. It's like, no, you would review the game that's given to you.
It's like if it was rushed, yeah, it's bad that it was rushed, but it's like you make it do with the time you got.
But it's like you can acknowledge its tricky development if it had any, but like that's not a valid defense.
Here's what I would have done. What I would have done was cut if they were rushed, I would have cut out all the symbiote characters, and I would have simply had like just like the enemies we've already had, the hunters, regular thugs, and maybe some older like thugs. And just have the final end of the game not be anti-Venom, just be Peter in base, Miles, fight base Venom, like in the Be Greater Together trailer.
Yeah.
That's all we really would have wanted and needed, and it would have been good enough without convoluting everything.
Big Blue Scout, you think Spider-Man 1 has better swinging, better graphics, better performance, better combat? I mean, better graphics and better performance, yes. Like, Spider-Man 2, I think Spider-Man 2 is a downgrade from both games in terms of graphics and especially performance.
But if we're talking about gameplay, I think it's better in terms of swinging, traversal, gameplay.
I think
combat, it may be a little bit more.
But it's like, I think the only thing that Spider-Man 2 does definitively better is the swinging. Because it's like, with combat, I think you can make a strong argument for any of the 3 games being the best. I think it just depends on preference. Because it's like, in Spider-Man 1, you have like heavy emphasis on gadgets, you have like a degree of freedom, and you have like the suit powers, which adds like even more freedom. With Miles, you have like more skill involved when it comes to healing, and you have like different combat animations as well as the Venom powers. And then in this game, you have like you don't have any suit powers as such, but it's like you have like different abilities built into your kit, and you can choose between like different presets for both of the characters. So it's like, I genuinely think you can make a strong argument for any of the free games having the best combat system.
They do have a... Peter does have a rage mode, and Miles does have the Omega Venom Blast, but that's the closest you get to a suit power.
Yeah, it's like, I think you can genuinely make an argument for Spider-Man 1 has better everything except swinging. That's fair.
No. I would say Spider-Man 2 does do better in other areas, but it's like, overall, Spider-Man 1's just better. It's just that if you have the gameplay of 2 in Spider-Man 1, it would be perfect.
Spider-Man 1 is just Ratchet and Clank Lamau. With Spider-Man 2, you have 10 abilities plus Spider-Man plus more combos. Okay, so Spider-Man 1, like, you have like 10 different gadgets plus Spider-Man plus combos plus suit powers. So it's like, by your own logic, Spider-Man 1 has more than Spider-Man 2. Congrats, you're well done. You played yourself. Like, what?
Congrats, you're well done.
You're asking us a question. Like, here's the thing. Spider-Man 2 is only better in terms of its enemy types and boss fights. So it's like, that's something that you gotta consider as well. Because the boss fights in the first game are hardly like boss fights.
Yeah, it's like, Spider-Man 2 has better boss fights, especially with like the parrying and like blocking and dodging and shit, but it's like... I don't know.
It's complicated. Most I can say for myself here.
But it's like saying that Spider-Man 1 is just Ratchet and Clank. I think that's completely disrespectful, especially since it has a lot in common with Spider-Man 2. Like, you can't say that one's shit, but the other one's a masterpiece. Like, that's just stupid.
Put it like this. The gameplay in Spider-Man 2 is actually better.
Because that's what it sounds like you're telling me.
It's not. They were saying that Spider-Man 1 is like Ratchet and Clank because of the gadgets.
Two Spider-Man each have 5 gadgets, each have 10 abilities, runs rage mode. Yeah, and you can't use all of them at once. Like, you can have 8 available at once, which is less than Spider-Man Remastered. Well, I think you have like 8 gadgets, and all of them are like upgradable and shit. And you also have like...
Well, you upgrade the ones
and you also have like the suit powers, as well as the suit mods, which give you like different customization.
The closest we get in this game is suit tech, but that applies to both of them, and it doesn't. And it's like you get all of them anyway, especially New Game Plus.
Because it's like, I'd also point out as well that Spider-Man 1's combat system offers a degree of freedom, whereas it's like with Spider-Man 2, there are some abilities that are just objectively better than others, which I think takes away some of the fun from it.
Well, I think the biggest problem with Spider-Man 2 is that the enemy types, it's like if you don't use these and you try to play like Spider-Man 1, it's almost so much challenging that you just might as well use the abilities because they like give you an advantage.
But you have 2 Spider-Men plus directional yank, bounce up, parry, etc. Don't you have directional yank in the first game? I'm almost certain that's a thing.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
But I mean, either way, it's like your argument seems to be quantity over quality. Because it's like having 2 Spider-Men, like, that's not an argument. I'd prefer 1 Spider-Man with good abilities. And also, like, a parry isn't enough. Like, I think the parry only makes boss fights better, because it makes them more engaging. Not by much, because, I mean, some boss fights you can just juggle with your abilities.
I mean, arguably speaking, you don't even need the parry to fight the grunts, because, like, even undodgeable, like, even against boss fights, if you press dodge, then jump, you automatically dodge, like, the unblockable, the undodgeable.
Well, that's the thing as well. It's like there's some boss fights where your abilities are just so OP, you can just cheese the boss. Like, the worst example that comes to mind is, like, Peter vs. Miles. It's like, with the Mega Venom Blast or whatever, you can just bully Peter.
Well, I was just about to say, Anti-Venom with Scream is also a bully.
Okay, nope, Spider-Man should be an acrobatic, improvised, not a gadget merchant. Okay, so Insomniac Spider-Man's not for you, because, like, that criticism applies to Spider-Man 2 as well. It's like, by your logic, Miles Morales would be the best, and even then, there's gadgets. It's like, okay, so by your own logics, this version of Spider-Man is not for you. Like, I don't know how you're criticizing Spider-Man 1 with that, but Spider-Man 2 gets a pass. Like, that's fucking stupid, dude.
I mean,
that's a double
arguably
standard.
speaking, Spider-Man in every game outside of the Tobey games, his webs and everything he could do from his webs is gadget related.
But it's like, if you want to make the argument, oh, Spider-Man should be acrobatic, not a gadget merchant, it's like, okay, then Miles Morales would be the best, because it has the least amount of gadgets. Like, you can't flip-flop on your argument. Like, you're being hypocritical, dude. Yeah, there's also the Kino Flex shit, which we might watch at some point.
Yeah, but if you want to know about Colin's video on... Liam's Comic Legends video on Spider-Man being nerfed, you can take a look at it. It's on League Entertainment.
It's not too reliant on his gadgets, it synchronizes with his symbiote powers. Right, that you don't get until like halfway throughout the game, and then you lose the symbiote powers when you lose the symbiote suit, only to magically get them back when you get anti-venom.
Like, wouldn't it be so much more fitting if you lose the symbiote abilities and you're like, oh, there's a definitive reason why Peter without it is like not as good, even though his spider arms are like, you know, a good substitute?
But it's like, I don't even give a shit when I lose some of the symbiote powers, because it's like, some of the spider arm abilities are just objectively stronger. Like the Y ability, where it's like, he does like the spiral towards the enemies. It's like, that is...
Not to mention the spider barrage.
Are you worried for the Wolverine game? Yeah, I am. Like,
I'm actually not worried about
their last
it's
game,
just the story.
Well, no, their last game was Spider-Man 2, and Sweet Baby Ink is like helping with the game. It's like, I'm a little bit concerned. Granted, Sweet Baby Ink worked on some pretty good games, like God of War Ragnarok and Alan Wake 2. So, I do think they do get a bit too much of a bad rep. But yeah, I am worried for the game, especially since it's been delayed so many fucking times. Like, anything could happen.
Like, if anything, the only thing that the leaks damaged was Wolverine, not Spider-Man 2.
Have you thought about making a playlist with videos your opinion you don't stand by anymore? I mean, what would be the fucking point? Like, really? Like, why don't I just make new videos? Like, really, when you think about it. Swing kick extension integration of slingshot to bounce up to be more combo based rather than just web bomb and concussion. That's not Spider-Man PS4's combat style.
But Spider-Man 2.
Well, again, it's like, I felt like I was spamming gadgets more in Spider-Man 2, to be honest. Because, like, the fucking, like, web grabber was just so OP. Like, yeah, let's have a gadget that just pulls enemies and environmental objects towards each other. Let's have a gadget that instantly yeets people up into the air, but unlike the suspension matrix, it's readily available and recharges super fast.
Hell yeah, brother.
Like, at the very least, the suspension matrix was like...
web is just... Even the Ricochet web is just an upgraded impact web that goes to everyone.
But, like, at the very least, the suspension matrix was, like, the hardest gadget in the game to make. It was completely optional, and it required you to go out of your way to get it. It's like the web launcher, or whatever it is, that yeets enemies into the air. Isn't it literally the first gadget you get?
Yes, it is. And the web grabber is something you get if you pre-ordered the first.
Yeah.
Was it a pre-order bonus? I don't remember.
Yes, a pre-order bonus that if you get early access to it. So it's like off the bat, you get 2 gadgets at the beginning of the game out of the 4.
Sweet Baby Ink can't ruin this being woke. The essence of the X-Men is to represent oppressed groups. Again, don't give them the opportunity. Don't invite the challenge, because they will prove you wrong. Like, just don't invite the challenge.
Yeah.
How is this video a debunk again? Because it feels like I'm trying to debunk the stream. It's literally just a parody, my guy. I spelled awful wrong in the title. Like, it's clearly a joke. You need it since enemies are more aggressive than Spider-Man 1. There's more going on screen. That kind of seems like a cope, if anything else. Like, okay, so you defend gadgets in Spider-Man 2 because the enemies are more aggressive, but you also hate the idea of Spider-Man using gadgets.
Also, I'll just say this. Spider-Man 2 is harder to a level because the enemy types can feel a bit broken, but Spider-Man 1 is more freedom, like you said, because there's more options in how you take out your enemy, even if it's not that hard.
Well, again, it's like, I think the combat system in Spider-Man 2 is just completely broken when you actually level everything up, because it's like, you don't need anything. It's like, okay, just walk into a group of enemies with Miles and use the Mega Venom Blast. Everything dies.
Well, here's another way of looking at it. Without your abilities in Spider-Man 2, you're almost like at a disadvantage more so. And then if you use them, you're broken. And in Spider-Man 1, you're not broken if you don't use gadgets, but gadgets does help you.
But it's like, I think in Spider-Man 1, it's like, you're basically good against every enemy, but the gadgets, like, make enemies, like, more bearable. But, like, they don't cheese enemies. Because it's like, even some gadgets that are, like, insta-kills, like the impact webbing, there are some enemies, like brutes, that are immune to them. So it's like, you have to, like, pick and choose and, like...
Or even the tripwire.
Yeah, so it's like, or even the suspension matrix until you max it out.
Or the impact web.
I think I said that already, but yeah, you're not wrong. A weapon wheel in a Spider-Man game, just completely immersion breaking. Okay, that's your opinion. It offers nothing objective to the discussion. I don't give a shit about a weapon wheel. Like, what? Are you kidding me?
Like that's a pathetic criticism because that's like saying, oh,
hey, Pete, hey, do you know what's immersion breaking? Peter just magically changing costumes mid-combat. All 3 of the games are now shit by your own logic. They break immersion. Peter can't just no-diff change his costume like it's fucking Far From Home and it's an illusion. Are you kidding me? Like, I think you're just clutching at straws right now, dude.
I would also just like saying that's like proposing the idea that, oh, there's a spider sense effect where everything's slowed down or blurry. It's bad automatically.
Symbiote Ness eats gadgets for breakfast except concussion. Right, but you can just use the character ability to just no-diff them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
and
like,
also
like this.
Also, they're literally the strongest enemies in the game. Like, I would expect them to be more resilient to your attacks, which is also something in Spider-Man Remastered. You have the armored grunts in the DLC that shrug off basically all of your gadgets except for 2 of them.
I hate that you brought those guys up. I hated those motherfuckers.
I hate them. They're assholes, but the point still stands. When are you gonna do part 2 of your response to Colin's defense of the game? Completely.
What do you mean part 2?
Completely forgot that I never even did part 2 to that.
Well, after the Colin fiasco, you really had no reason.
I'm just gonna be completely honest. It's like, I think Spider-Man Remastered and has like better graphics and also better performance than Spider-Man 2. Like, I'm sorry, but if you even try arguing that Spider-Man 2 has better performance, like, the joke's on you.
I agree with you there.
Especially if you're arguing PC port, which is like the best version of the game.
The weird thing is, for me, I think I actually had worse luck with Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man Remastered, at least from my experience.
Spider-Man 2 has higher skill ceiling and combo potential, more combo extenders, quickshot weapons like Arkham City did. How is it? Hold on, no. Because quickshot requires timing. Spamming a gadget mid-combat doesn't require timing. That's a false equivalency. Also, the combo potential is literally exactly the same in Miles Morales. You get a combo of like 15, you can perform a finisher. Like, are you kidding me? It's literally the exact same. Or slightly different, because I'm fairly certain you can upgrade it so it's like 8 instead of 15. A weapon wheel in GTA 5 is immersion breaking, it's a video game. Yeah, exactly. And again, the problem with your argument, right, is you're giving me like, oh, you can do all this shit in Spider-Man 2. It doesn't matter, because once you fully upgrade your gear, you can just walk into any combat situation and just spam Symbiote Surge, or like the Mega Venom Blast. And it's like, okay, you win every fight encounter. It's like, in Spider-Man Remastered, even when you max everything out, you can't do that.
Oh, no. Oh, suit powers. The suit powers aren't a guaranteed dub, but there's a reason they have a cooldown.
But it's like even like Web Blossom or what have you, it's like you still don't one-shot everything.
Or even if you had like the spider arms or damage dealing abilities. Heck, even the best suit power in the game, the one shot, one kill.
Yeah, the equalizer.
The equalizer. If you get hit once, you're done, but you can basically one-shot every enemy in the game.
Yeah, it's like everything in Spider-Man Remastered like gives you a bit more balance. It's like in Spider-Man 2, it's like, okay, you're shit it feels as though you are nerfed if you have all your shit on cooldown, and it feels like you're unstoppable if you have everything available to you. There's no spamming, Lamau, it's limited resource. Oh, okay, like Spider-Man Remastered. Like, great argument, dude.
Again, there's only a few things Spider-Man 2 does better than
Spider-Man
1.
Remastered
That's
bad,
swinging,
but Spider-Man
boss
2
fights.
is good when Spider-Man 2 does it. Okay. A fantastic argument.
But yeah, the only thing that gets better is adding more mechanics, like quality of life mechanics.
And again,
swinging,
the
boss
limited...
fights, and other
I'd also
stuff.
point out as well, limited resources doesn't matter if you can win every fight in the game before you run out of resources. Because it's like, okay, just use Mega Venom Blast, you win every crime. It's like, okay, use Symbiote Surge, you literally are unkillable. And you can, like, fuck up every enemy, including the big guys.
I mean, even when you use them in boss fights, the reason the boss fights move more tame is that you can whip it out, but it's like the bosses are specifically resilient to those abilities. The one thing I would say that Miles has that's more
Minus
broken
the Peter and
is-
Miles encounter, because Mega Venom Blast, you showed me, fucks him up.
Also, I will let you know, the Omega Venom Blast needs to be nerfed because they give you 3 focus bars.
Yeah,
3
exactly. It's
focus
like you
bars
can
just for
basically
using
use it like 3 fucking times. It's stupid. You have like 4
imagine-
shots of each weapon in Spider-Man 1, while in Spider-Man 2 it's 1 shot and it's gone. Yeah, and every weapon in Spider-Man 1 can't 1 shot, so what do you mean? Like...
They can, but it's very specific.
Also, that's literally a lie, because in Spider-Man 2, like, everything is, like, passively on recharge, but in Spider-Man 1, shit don't recharge unless you're good at the game. Because the only way to get your
Well, no,
gadgets
no.
back is to perform finishes, which requires skill.
Well, no, it's the same thing with Spider-Man 2. You need to do finishers to get the gadgets back, but getting finishers in Spider-Man 2 is easier than in Remastered.
Well, no, but at the very least in Spider-Man Remastered, it's random as to what gadgets you get back, and you have to sacrifice a suit mod in order to prioritize getting gadgets back with the like replenish or restock or whatever it's called. The one that you get with the one that you get with
It's 8
Antioch.
to 4. Well, here's the thing. Even
Scavenger,
if they both
there you
get
go.
gadgets. Well, it's like even if they both get gadgets based on finishers, Spider-Man 2 has 4, Spider-Man Remastered has 8. So if you're not going to get guaranteed to get the one you want in Remastered compared to 2.
Yeah. It's like that, and that's one of the things that makes Spider-Man 1 so tricky. It's like you have the web shooters, which you can basically spam, especially at max level. But besides that, you have to be careful using the other things, because they are finite, and you're not guaranteed to get them back. Spider-Man 1 has
Unless
worse
you don't
bosses.
use all the other gadgets.
That is the one thing I'm willing to agree on. Spider-Man 1 has worse boss fights. That's the one thing that I think Spider-Man 2 does better in terms of combat. Only up until you max everything out. Because once you max everything out, the boss fights become a joke. But up until that point, I agree with you. The boss fights are better in Spider-Man.
The only other stuff that I can think about that makes Spider-Man 2 better is that the symbiote and other hunter-related crimes don't go away, and the fact you can replay missions.
Yeah.
So it's like it clearly has its ups and downs, but if you had I would say that if you want enjoyment for gameplay, Spider-Man 2 just for a little bit, because it gives you more of that simplistic view. But if you want something more overall rounded, Spider-Man Remastered.
Eric, are you still mad about the title? Are you kidding me? I literally said it's a joke. Are you kidding me? I thought that me spelling
Joke's on you. Joke's on you, right?
Yeah, like, I thought putting inverted commas around the word debunking and spelling awful the way I did was a dead giveaway, but apparently not. I still remember when you were defending the game when it first came out. Well, I never once defended the story. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I defended the notion that he wasn't nerfed. Like, that's the thing. At no point in time did I defend the story. Because obviously I didn't fully play the game until, like, the PC port. Like, I played bits of the game. Like, I played, like, boss fights and shit at my friend's house. But I didn't fully get to play the game until the PC port came out this year.
And even then, it's like the game overall, it's not the worst game ever. It's just that it had so much potential that it didn't live up to. And then what we got can't even be qualified as okay. Because
in Spider-Man 1, I can do
messy.
web bomb and concussion, GG. You literally can't, though. Like, are you kidding me?
Yes,
First,
you
first
no,
of-
I
well, hold on.
no. I
Hang on.
disagree with that.
Well, hold on. First of all, if you try web bomb a sword enemy or a whip enemy, you instantly, like, they instantly get rid of that shit.
No. What he's saying is that if you put the gravity well up in the air, everyone gets lifted. Web bomb down, everyone's webbed to the ground.
Also,
that is a GG.
Also, what's that? In Spider-Man 1, by using your brain and combining different gadgets, you can win combat encounters. That sounds like a good thing. That sounds like you're using your brain to, like, win fights. Rather than
just pressing one button to get to, like, the Rage Amp or the Mega Venom Blast.
Or God forbid, Spider Drone and Drone Suit Power. Right, so you're combining gadgets with suit powers. You're using your brain.
Well, yeah,
how is this
combine it?
Yeah, you're combining a gadget with a finite suit power that you can use once, like, every minute. How is this a W on your behalf? Unironically, this is what you're doing. You're using your brain, coming up with very powerful combinations, and saying that the game is, like, too bad. Like, the game is bad because you can use your brain to create combos. Like, how the fuck is that a good argument?
Like, here's the thing. 2, you can just press a button that anyone and their mom who plays the game would press. Whereas in Spider-Man Remastered, you actually have to come up with these plans. Most people, when I see people play Spider-Man Remastered, most people didn't even abuse the gadgets because they played, like, Arkham and other games where it's just like, oh, I just have to be punchy. Like, people actually had to think during Spider-Man Remastered.
It's like, I fucking hate this argument. Like, you're literally using your brain, coming up with overpowered combinations, and then complaining that you did that. Like,
or
what?
like the idea that Spider-Man 2 somehow did better because it didn't use your brain.
Like, the game literally gives you a load of tools at your disposal, says good luck, have fun. You created, like, combinations by using your brain, and now you're pissed because of that. Like, how is that, like, the game's fault at all? The game's combat was working as intended, and you complained. You're doing an Ultimate Joker. You're getting out of you're getting the optional gadget, maxing it out, and then complaining it's too strong. Like, are you kidding me?
Okay, this is... No, I have an idea. This is like saying in Spider-Man Remastered, you actually have to have skill to gain web swing speed, whereas in Spider-Man 2, you just get it automatically. A B mad at Spider-Man Remastered for not getting as fast as Spider-Man 2, because it's more automatic in 2 than 1.
Oh, there's also enemies that inhabit your abilities and gadgets, by the way, so even more limited, plus enemies that shoot green fences, so you can stay away. Yeah, that's like in Spider-Man 1, because the Sable guys disable your gadgets and suit powers.
Well, come to think of it, no gadget in the second game actually doesn't work on any of the enemies. Aside from the big guy, that's the symbiote.
He's doing a disagreement day on Spider-Man 2. Cool, I might watch.
Who?
SK. Apparently he's doing a disagreement day on Spider-Man 2.
Cool. You should totally pop in there and go, "What's up, fuckers?"
They don't distance suit power and you can stay in the air like in Spider-Man 1. Okay. You can stay in the air in I'm so confused. How is this a W exactly? Like, you can stay in the air as Spider-Man. Okay. I don't know how that's a W. You can stay in the air in Spider-Man 2 if you really want to. The attack skill tree literally rewards you for aerial attacks. You do know this, right? In the attack skill tree, you literally get a damage buff for chaining aerial attacks. You do know this, right? Did you not play the game? Because I did. And you can do that. Like, actually, enemies force you out of the air with the green fence. And how is this a good thing? The game forces you to play a certain way? That doesn't sound good to me. Are you kidding me? Peter was nerfed in the gameplay, confirmed? Like, how is that a good thing? Also, you do realize that enemies can force you out of the air in Spider-Man Remastered, right? Like, the guys with the whips can literally grab you and slam you on the ground. If you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, I think Carl's right. I think he's trying to rage bait.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's rage baiting, I think. Or at least that it comes off that way.
I don't know. Time will tell.
Like, oh no, you can't use your brain to play a game.
But it's like, he made a couple of decent points. Like, Spider-Man 2 has better boss fights. I agree with that. That's about it. I'll be honest.
Like, here's how I describe it. Comparing Spider-Man Remastered to Spider-Man 2 is like comparing Arkham Origins to Batman Arkham Knight.
That means you can't just stay in the air with combos, you can dodge the whips, you can't dodge the effect. You do realize you can't stay in the air with combos in Spider-Man 1, right? There's one reason for that, it's called gravity.
Also, to mention, in Spider-Man 2, they do have hunters who shoot nets in the air, symbiotes pull you down or come up in the air to hit you.
Like, you can't stay in the air in Spider-Man Remastered without using the web swing or the environment, right? Like, you do know that. Like, you can't just indefinitely stay in the air, unless you use, like, the zero gravity ability, but it's like, that's a suit power, so it's on cooldown. I'm confuzzled.
I'm confused. I don't even know what's...
Today I learned that Spider-Man can just hover. Like, what?
Sure, whatever.
I'm confused.
Also, I'm down to play anything if you want, or talk about anything, but other than that, I think
Yeah, we can do some,
up the stream for today.
Yeah, we can do some, Species Unknown if you want.
Just
yeah, I'm good.
Hey, Team Wolf, how you doing, buddy?
Honestly, with SK's stream on Disagree with Spider-Man 2, I think we've already said our today. Like, I think SK would just have to look at the stream.
Yeah, pretty much. You can stay, but Green Fence is instant undodgeable. Yeah, and I don't consider that a good thing. It's like, okay, so something... If anything, that seems like a restriction. It's like, okay, so the game is forcing you to play a certain way. That doesn't seem like a good thing to me.
I'll also say this about Spider-Man 2. Again, I wouldn't say it's... Like, put it like this. I'll always say this so some people don't get pissed off. I think Arkham Knight is better in how it handled its story, but it falls into the same trap as Spider-Man 2, where it's like so much potential could have been done if it was only given it.
Better AI design forcing the player to actually adapt, not bank on airtime. Well, how can you adapt to something that you claimed is an instant undodgeable attack? Like, you're just contradicting yourself now. How the fuck can you adapt to something that's undodgeable? You gotta know. Like, are you taking the piss?
It's like, I'm pretty sure you got him emotional, and he's saying everything out of emotion to the point where it's like he's
How
not,
is it? Well, hold on. If anything, it's worse AI design. So it's like, okay, they basically give the enemies a superpower to neg you for being in the air too much. Wouldn't that be a reason to say that they have the same AI or the worse AI? They didn't improve the AI? Yeah, it's artificial difficulty and nothing more. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's...
Right. 2 more levels. Elite Knight in general.
I'm saying he has to fight on the ground, not just brain dead airtime. Makes them more of a threat. Okay, so you're restricting the combat system just to give the enemies a chance. How is that a good thing?
Well, it's like in Spider-Man 2, you can stay in the air just like in 1. Like, I don't understand this criticism, because you can stay in the air in 1 and 2.
It's like, in Spider-Man 2, you can uppercut people into the air and finish them off in the air. Like, you can do that with almost every enemy. I know that, because I did it.
Well, or you can do that with every Spider-Man game.
Or you can upshot people into the air, and, like, hot take, Spectacular Spider-Man is a Gary Stu. You did not watch Spectacular Spider-Man. Goodbye, sir. I will not even dignify that answer with a response.
The fact you said he's a Gary Stu, like, put it like this. If you think Spider-Man in Spectacular is a Gary Stu, then you must think that MCU Spider-Man must be an everyman.
Well, here's the thing. If you prefer Spider-Man 2's combat, that's perfectly fine. But it's like, I don't think that it's, like, objectively better. It's like, I think you can make strong arguments for any of the 3 games having the best combat system.
Yeah, like 2, you can say it has the best boss fights. You can say Miles Morales has the most balance. And
You call
can say
Doom Eternal
Spider-Man
restricting
Remastered.
because you can't spam weapons, or Dark Souls because stamina. It's called player agency. That's a straw man, but nice try. You're just pulling random shit out of your ass. I've never said that. If anything, Doom Eternal isn't restricting because you have so many weapons. Dark Souls isn't restricting because you have so many build opportunities. Just like how in Spider-Man Remastered, you have like 8 different gadgets, plus 3 different skill trees, plus like your suit power, plus 3 suit mods, like plus freedom in combat. Like, are you kidding me? And it's not player agency. Giving the enemies an undodgeable attack is not player agency, you fucking idiot. Like, do you know how any of this works?
No, I don't think they do.
How is it player agency, the enemies having an undodgeable attack? That's called artificial difficulty, it's not the same. In my opinion, in 2, Miles is best for the sand creatures. Yeah, Miles is better than Peter for the sand creatures. Let's just say combat is equal, the only thing Spider-Man 1 does better is story. Literally not true. Story, characterization, graphics, performance, art design.
You know, all this talk about Spider-Man makes me want to freaking play it now.
Side content. You dumbass, if you could spam in Doom Eternal, it would have no strategy. You do realize you can spam weapons in Doom Eternal, right? Like, if you really want to.
If you get the BFG and if you use all the best weapons, then yeah, you can definitely spam.
Like, you do realize you can spam weapons in Doom Eternal. Why the fuck do you think pistol-only strategies exist? Like, you can do that if you really want to. It's not advised, granted. Like, the game punishes you for doing that, but it's still possible to do it. Is it possible?
If anything, Doom Eternal...
yeah, Kai, I'll take care. Spider-Man Remastered has better graphics. Yeah, I think Spider-Man Remastered and Miles Morales have better graphics than Spider-Man 2. You can't Kid Lamau play Master Level Ultra Nightmare. Okay, well, first of all, don't be disrespectful, you cunt. Second of all, like, you literally can if you want to. Like, you can...
Also, I've actually beat Doom Eternal and got the gold skin. Suck it.
Like, you can literally beat all of Doom Eternal with the super shotgun. Like, it's possible, if you're good enough. Like, it literally is possible. I don't know what to tell you. Very difficult.
Yeah,
I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. It is what it is.
Oh, he calls you a bitch.
Called me a bitch. Get your eyes checked, I'm not a female dog. You called me an idiot first, you bitch. Yeah, because you being an idiot. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, the truth hurts, I guess? Yeah, my bad, I'm supposed to reward your stupidity. Yeah, my bad.
It's not, you clearly never played.
You've clearly never played Ultra Nightmare. I've seen people do it, yeah. Also, you do realize I've never played Doom Eternal. Like, I don't give a fuck about that game. Like, what is this random flex?
If he's talking to me, then I'm sorry.
Like,
what evidence do you have of that?
Like, why?
Because it's like I have the game on my PC. I could show you if I really.
Like,
wanted
dude,
to.
why do you just have such a random chip on your shoulder? Like, I don't get it. Like,
I would also just like saying attacking someone's character is not a thing because
well, again,
you're just basically proving you have no leg to stand on.
Well, again, I called you stupid because you were making stupid points and you were sounding like AI. Like, I don't know what to say, dude. Like, why... I don't give a fuck about Doom Eternal. Why are you flexing about this random game that is irrelevant to me, myself, my friends, or the stream? Like, are you kidding me? Superman would never act like this, I know, right? That's very un-Superman of you, Mr. Big Blue Boy Scout.
Oh, yeah,
all I will say is when it comes to the overall spectacle of Spider-Man in general is that Spider-Man 2 is just not the best or the worst. It's just that it had so much potential to be either.
Well, that's the thing. It's so easy to fix Spider-Man 2. Like, we've proven that in, like, these 2 streams. Like, it is so easy to fix Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
what?
Sorry, Big Blue Boy's getting... Oh, fucking hell.
Ignoring points and saying is not an argument is called analog. I think you meant analogy, you know, you should probably turn your spell check back on if you're trying to insult people, but, you know, spelling is hard.
I mean, you remember the essays I would send you?
Also, rewind the stream. When did I once
like
disregard your argument? Like, yeah, if your argument is irrelevant, I'm gonna disregard it. Like, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Well, it's like, you never once dismissed it. You're just more of... You just gave good counters.
Fuck, you have no balls? Well, that's funny, because I've been countering every one of your points. Try again. Compensating
also, you're still
much?
attacking the character. You're basically proving that you have no leg to stand on by attacking someone.
Like, you do realize I believe my stance more, right? Because you've resorted to personal attacks. All the time saying, nuh-uh. What are you, Colin? Like, what is that? And his response to me lying was just saying, nuh-uh. Like, what, do you speed doing 120 miles per hour? Like, what are you doing? Is this Colin's alt account? Like, what's going on?
Put it like this. Stop the insults and give us something actually interesting to basically go back and forth on.
Yeah, because this is just getting freaking pathetic.
Again, the only time I called you stupid was when you said, like, oh, the AI are smarter, it's called player agency. I'm like, what? like, are you good? Like, that's it.
You know,
it's like,
AI
I would like to think that also, I, like, respected your other points. But again, it's like...
I also like to say, AI in games is hardly ever used as a metric to figure out if a game's good or not, assuming that it's competent enough. Like, whether it's worse or better in terms of how smart it is, that's a different matter entirely, because most of the difficulties,
even in
the Spider-Man games...
Nah,
like,
keep hiding. You can see me, like, you fucking idiot. Like, are you kidding me? Ignoring all combo extensions, literally not ignoring it. Blatantly changing your opinion on performance. When have I ever changed my opinion? Like, Spider-Man Remastered has always had better performance than Spider-Man 2. Like, are you kidding me? By all means, when have I ever changed my mind on that? When have I ever...
We're just having a disagreement day in the call. If anything, if you want a disagreement day, talk to SK. Or go to his stream, because this was just...
Also, before you accuse me of timing you out, you literally spammed capitals. That's why your comment got deleted. You dumb bitch, you need your boyfriend to double down. Homophobic much? Question mark? I've literally been addressing your points myself. Also, it's called having friends. You should try it.
Also, who else is in the chat? Because this is starting to sound like...
Rewatch your stream, you agreed with me. I agreed with you in boss fights, and that's it. Like, performance, no. Spider-Man Remastered definitely had better performance than Spider-Man 2. Especially if you include the PC port. So, if anything, I think you should rewatch the stream, my friend. Like, the only thing I agreed with you on was that Spider-Man 2 has better boss fights, which it does. I don't know, it kind of seems like you got a little bit triggered about someone not liking a fucking video game. I don't know, dude.
Also, I only deleted one comment because the last...
Rewatch my first comment. You can't watch comments, you can read them.
Also,
by all means, what was your
chat now?
What was your first comment, dude? Humor me. What was your first comment? Rewatch it, you agreed on performance. I guarantee you I did not agree on performance. And if I did agree on performance, I definitely misspoke. Because if you listen to literally everything that I have said, like, I have been very consistent with my notion that it does not have better performance. So if I did agree with it having best performance, or better performance, that was 100% a fuck up on my part. Like, I did not meet... I 100% had a different word in my head and it came out as performance.
Also, a second to respond to these people. Whoever said Spectacular Spider-Man, oh, I watched it, he doesn't get bruises, blood, or face. It's a kid's cartoon, and 2, it's not a Disney cartoon.
Also, that's blatantly a lie. He does get beaten up. Like, did you see his first fight with Tombstone? Or literally any of his encounters against Venom?
No, like, they want him to get bruised and bloodied. And they're like, because it's not that, and it's a Disney-owned
well, yeah,
property.
it's
not Disney.
Well, yeah, it's like a kid's show. Sony. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But it's like, that doesn't mean he doesn't get beaten up.
Disney is the reason that show even doesn't exist anymore.
It's like, generally speaking, if Then you're a retard who doesn't know what to say.
Oh
no,
my god.
No, it's called being autistic, but thanks for shaming.
Oh, like, I love how you say... No. I have to... Guys, let me respond to this. The fact you say he doesn't ever lose a fight tells me you did not pay attention to the show, because he's lost almost every first encounter with a villain he's been across. It's always the second fight he does win. And by the way, Spectacular is actually great because he's competent. He's not a Mary Sue who wins every fight.
I'm gonna be honest, Eric. Like, the only time that Spectacular doesn't like lose fights is when it's like fodder. Like, he doesn't lose against like Vulture and stuff.
Like, he even loses to Venom in all his encounters. Like, technically, he only ever wins by tricking Venom or using like something that Venom literally cannot defend himself against.
Where I go, if it has better graphics, performance, combat, that's the first comment you told, stop lying. And I literally explained to you, I said, yes, if I agreed with performance, I 100% fucked up. I meant to say a different word, and it came out, because that is something that happens, because I am autistic. Leave me alone. Like, are you kidding me? Literally just tone policing over one word, dude. Like, it really ain't that deep. Move on. Can you help me with something? Yeah, by all means, what is it?
Ah, man, the stream.
Like, I'm sorry, it just seems like an inferiority complex if you're literally arguing with someone you don't know over literally, like, a few words over a sentence that happened, like, half an hour ago.
Dude, you shouldn't be asking us how to make a Steam account. That's literally not the time or place to do it.
Yeah.
Especially when it's live and multiple people can see it.
Yeah, like, if you want to join the Discord server, I can help you with that, but, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Also, Echo is in the stream, so he's listening to every word, even though...
I mean, that's fair, he's allowed. It is what it is.
Well, no, I'm talking to Phoenix, that's why. Because he doesn't know.
Wait a minute, Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix is chilling.
Is he the one asking about the Steam account?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, Phoenix is just chilling, which is fair.
Oh, no. Yeah, people who say Spectacular is undefeatable are glitched, but the stands that just because you hear people doesn't win every fight. Or that's like saying that any good character or any overpowered character like John Wick, because he quote unquote wins every fight, somehow that means he's a Gary Stu, when in reality he doesn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Spectacular Spider-Man's not undefeatable. Like, he wins quite a lot of fights, usually. He doesn't win all of them.
Goddamn, whenever I hear Undefeatable, I think of the fucking song Undefeatable.
Good.
That song is forever
That's a good song.
in my fucking brain.
It's a good song.
Yep. I think I kind of grown a little bit out of love with it because I've heard it so much.
Blue Boy Scout, do me a massive favor. Where I said it, timestamp it. We'll go back and watch it together in 4K.
We got nothing to hide here. Like
just do it. And again, if you've rewatched like any of my streams, you'll know it's pretty common for me to say the wrong word, but I mean something different. Like the amount of times that I've gotten like a supervillain name wrong, for example. Or I've called Peter Miles. Like, this is just something that happens with my brain. Because my brain is like my mouth is ahead of my brain, basically. I say something and I don't mean to say it.
Also, can I just say something about
this? So if I say I agree with something, I could have a different word in my head. Like, this is just what happens. Like, I don't know what to say, dude. Like, you could very well be right. Like, I could have said that, but I might not have meant it. Like, it is what it is, dude. Like, calling someone like a retard over it, though, it's just in bad faith on your behalf.
Yeah, I fucking take huge offense to that.
I don't take offense to it. It's just pathetic. Like, you don't know me. This really isn't that deep. Like, wow, I misspoke. GG's. Like, it's really not that deep. Rip, do you play Persona? I don't. But a lot of people do recommend those games to me. Maybe I'll give it a try.
Also, can I say something about Spider-Man 2 before, I just want to say one last thing.
Yeah, go for it.
To Last of Us 2, where the gameplay of both games can be argued as better than the first game, and overall, better just a more updated version. It's like, even though the stories are the downside to those games, The main reason people hate Last of Us 2 and some people still like Spider-Man 2 is because Last of Us 2 destroyed its very premise. Spider-Man 2 just basically didn't live up to it, to the point that it feels like a mess. And it's like Last of Us 2 just damaged itself beyond repair.
Yeah,
whereas like
fair.
Spider-Man 2 still has an ability to recover. So it's like, even if we wanted to say, oh, why don't you hate Last of Us 2 if you don't like Spider-Man 2? It's like, they're completely different reasons why they're not liked, beyond just, oh, the story's just bad.
Just keeping up in chat, do you play Mortal Kombat? No, don't. Not a big fan of fighting games, I gotta be honest. The last fighting game that I really played was Injustice 2, and that was a long time ago.
Oh, you too?
Yeah, I like it.
That was the last fighting game I played also.
Yeah, Injustice 2. I played a decent bit of Injustice 2, but it's just not really my kind of genre. I just don't really like PvP games in general. Like, I just suck at them. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Well, I'm more of a PvE person. I'm someone that would in terms of fighting players, I'm actually really good, but I hate doing it. Whereas if I'm fighting with players against AI or like something similar, I
like horde-based shooters. Like I like Space Marines. I like
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead, yeah. I like COD Zombie. I used to like COD Zombies. I kind of grew out of it. I like tower defense games. I like the horror games that we play.
Speaking of which, what do you people think if we did Species Unknown for Halloween?
Well, I don't think these guys know what Species Unknown is. It's basically just Alien Isolation, but co-op. Like, that's basically just what Species Unknown is. In my opinion, it's the best horror game of this year. Like, it's fucking amazing.
Yep, it is fucking intense.
It's intense, but it's really good.
Well, what's funny, Bonkai, is didn't we do 3 or 2 missions with you?
I think we did 3.
We did like 3 missions, yeah.
Yeah, because
the monsters we faced.
Because we did the Slender Man one, the Scorpion, and we did the robot. Yeah.
I will say, fuck the Scorpion. I fucking hate that thing.
The Scorpion is like a zombie in Plaguer, and then the robot's easy to avoid, but when it gets you, it's just like you just jumped. It jumps you.
Well, again, it's like...
It just comes out of nowhere.
Well, again, the Scorpion is like my perfect enemy to deal with, because like my character completely counters him. But yeah, this is what the trailer is for Species Unknown.
Also, the Slender Man's easy to deal with, assuming you're not trying to kill it.
For me, I like the freaking Wraith we encountered. I'll be right back.
I can't time store a stream, start a new stream. What?
Well, no, dude, it's pretty simple. Just go back, find where I say it, and then just type like 2 hours, 30 minutes into the chat. That's all you need to do. Yeah, that's the game. Spider-Man 2 Disagreement Day. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do this. I've completely... Well, this is a bit awkward. I didn't mean to do this. What happens if we tune into the Disagreement Day?
Like, oh, Harry won agreement and the symbiote manipulated him. Why would he change? Why would he change?
I think I kind of messed up here slightly. Right, there we go.
Okay, Craven, say the thing.
Light the fire.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take off for today, so I'll see you guys later.
Unless you want to play Species Unknown.
I don't know, maybe in a bit. Right now, my freaking head is killing me, so I'm gonna take off right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks for having me.
I'm gonna
sorry.
Excuse me. I'm gonna turn the stream off once. I'm just waiting for Big Blue Scout to do this so we can put this matter to rest.
Alright. Take it easy, you guys.
Yeah, no worries. See, this is the thing, Echo. I think you would actually be really interested in Dragon Quest if you gave it a chance. Because it is similar to Final Fantasy.
Maybe.
Especially 8, because you've got, like, really good characters. Bye, Rift. Yeah, no worries, Echo. No worries, Eric. Take care.
I feel left out because like, I haven't played Spider-Man, I haven't played any of The Last of Us, I haven't played like Personas or any Final Fantasies or anything like that.
Well,
good news.
Just
to be
haven't
fair, like
played those
I'm,
sorts of games.
like there's like very few people that, well, at least in the Discord, that even like plays Final Fantasy stuff.
Also, I wanted to mention something. Xbox released a statement that they're not trying to compete with PlayStation more, but instead TikTok and movies.
Of course they are.
Yes, because that's exactly how it works.
Why are they trying to compete
I'm just saying,
with
they basically, that's
PlayStation?
basically the white flag. That's basically just the white flag that they're becoming a gaming streaming service. That's all they are now.
Yeah, they've pretty much just thrown in the towel.
Like, you can't own games unless it's on PC or with a physical copy. And guess what? Who everyone's gonna pick?
Pretty much, yeah.
PC.
And for the record, yes, you can get games DRM free on PC, and it's legal. Look at GOG games.
Basically, yeah.
And there's really no point of joining the disagreement day unless we have a disagreement.
Yeah, basically. It'll be fun to listen to, perhaps, to see what happens. I don't know if Blue Boy Scout's still in the chat. He may have left, but regardless, I mean, if he cares that much, he can just comment in the description. Regardless, though, this is where I think we're gonna head off for tonight, because aside from anything else, I'm really tired and I'm losing my fucking voice. So, thank you all for being here as always. I might be streaming tomorrow, but I do finish work quite late, so I don't know if I will be or not. But regardless, I possibly will be streaming on Monday. So, regardless, we will see you guys Monday. I thank you all for being here, as always. It's been good going over Spider-Man 2. We might go over that boy Aqua's review, where he said that like Peter was nerfed. We might watch that. We've also got a bit of drama to look at, because, you know, Arachnid Youth decided to try tarnish my good name. So it's always funny looking at drama. But yeah, with that being said, thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next time. Take care.
Bye.
When I can find the turn off button for the stream, it's taking a while. And there we go.